them here, and I can't travel right now anyways because of my big trip. I'm not just doing any travel, so.
I mean, look, you're an hour from NOLA. That means you're at most 7-hour drive from where I live.
This is true.
I
just can't afford.
Are we live?
Ooh.
If I am one, I am 100 voices in your head. With every twist and every turn, pulling every single thread. I may have 1,000 names, but in the end they're all the same. I play whatever role you need to guide your way. Welcome to the Matrix, where I am your god. It may be a simulation, but I ain't no fraud. I play your friend and your foe, design your joy and your woe. And if the red dress caught your eye, I'm doing something right. Welcome to my world. Let's see who comes out to play tonight.
Welcome back, everyone, to Wyrdgard. We are For the Win, your favorite, occasionally Wednesday D&D actual play. I wish I could promise that it was going to be more consistent, but, I'm gone next week, so sorry. So sorry. Apologize about last week. Some stuff came up that just prevented me from being here, and I would have happily traded, I promise. I'm Nick. I'm your dungeon master. We're jumping back into the world of Wyrdgard. We got going back again a little bit 2 weeks ago. Here we are again, and hopefully have some fun. Let's talk to our players. As you introduce us to you and your character, I want you to think about the following. If your character were a member of the modern world, what pets would they have? Let's start with Scott.
Hi, I'm Scott. I play Quinn. If Quinn were in the modern world, he would have a bonsai tree, for sure. I don't know if we can call that a pet, but it is a pet to Quinn. And maybe a squirrel, pet squirrel.
Pet squirrel. Now, I think a lot of people who keep plants might argue that they're as much or roughly equivalent work to having a pet. So I know we don't take that good of care of our plants. Sorry, plants.
That offends me.
As it should. All right, Squirrel Boy. Next up, we have Ruby.
Hi, I'm Ruby. I play Nosh. And Nosh is a chef, and so thinking in the modern world, I mean, I'm also a Nimasi fox, so I was like, oh, Nosh should have a pet fox. But then I was like, no, let's not do that. Let's not go in that exotic. So I was thinking more of a dog, and I was thinking Nosh would probably have like a boxer or possibly a German Shepherd, one with like lots of high energy like Nosh, but Nosh would treat really well and feed all the best foods possible, and probably leftover recipes that maybe are good or bad depending on what Nosh is doing in the kitchen. So, yeah.
Very nice. Fun fact on the topic of domesticated foxes. So my wife in vet school did some like research on domesticated foxes.
Oh, yeah.
And so domesticated foxes, after enough generations, like dogs, their ears start to flop down. And so question for Nosh is, why aren't his ears floppy?
What? Why would my ears be
He's
floppy?
clearly feral.
He's
I
savage.
am clearly a wild fox.
I mean, you were close. Are you a wild fox?
I don't wear pants
Or shoes.
or
So you
shoes.
just free swing?
He's
Donald Duck in it.
Duck
I
in it.
have
Always.
armor. I have like this leather armor and this really nice apron. So I mean,
The
everything's
apron
covered.
Okay.
covers it like Tarzan
Everything's
style?
everything's covered, and then
So
I've got my
Nosh wears
tail
a
at the back.
loincloth.
Nosh isn't
No.
quite hanging dong, but
Yeah.
pretty close.
Everything's
If
covered.
Nosh is
It's all
running, they're hanging
covered.
dong.
It's a little
Nosh
lipstick.
is on all
Uh,
fours. Yes.
Slapping sound, Nosh. Anyways,
Doesn't
next up we have
slap, it's furry.
That's not how it works.
We are
y'all. We're
3
not-
minutes into this broadcast.
You ever seen an
I don't want to go into this, but you guys do realize that's not how it works. I'm not even going to go. We're not going to go that way. It's change the image. Move on to the next
No.
person. Move,
All right, next up we have Ruby again. No, next up we have Snash.
All right. Harlow 100% would not have a dog, because dogs would just bark the fuck out of her. Dogs don't like ghosts. Dogs don't like spooky shit, so they just bark at her. So she's definitely a cat person, but I would say a black cat person, but a previously feral black cat. So it just exists in the house with her. She feeds it. She takes care of it, but they like barely see each other. Yeah.
Is this former feral cat? Is this a Tom with like the fat feral faces?
Oh no, I think it's like a cute, skinny little female, like very timid, like underneath the bed, all you see is the eyes, type of cat.
Okay. Any street wounds?
No, just a sweet baby.
Just a
Maybe
sweet baby that
just
made it through being feral
Emotional
unscathed.
trauma. Yeah, just like the traumatized little sweet baby kitty.
Oh,
Is street
Love a black
wounds a
cat.
thing for cats? It's like when they get
Yeah.
in knife
Yeah.
fights.
When I got it.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, at the very least, you could expect like the
The
TNR
ear clip,
clipped ear. Yeah. That's tag neuter release for those of you that don't know it all. All right. I love the diversity we've had so far. Let's wrap it up with Matilda.
Hi, I play Catriona. Catriona would have specifically a king shepherd, and it would be like a retired bomb dog or something that is now like her service animal. It's like her PTSD dog.
Very
But
nice.
just this big floofy king shepherd.
I'm King Shepherd. Is that like a specific?
They're like a little bit bigger than a German shepherd. I'll find a picture and put it in Discord.
I just want to say it is wild, the diversity of dogs out there, and that they're all just still dogs.
Did you guys see the article on the dire wolf?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hell
big-
yeah, we did. We're all
big
fucking
puppies.
nerds.
We're all fucking nerds, so I was hoping everybody'd see it.
Did
But
you see the
pink puppies-
picture of George R.R. Martin holding one of them?
No, I didn't see that.
What?
Dang it.
Yes, I did.
I saw that on Reddit.
Wow. I did see them as babies, and then when they were bigger, they're adorable.
That's wild. See, I always thought it was going to be the mammoth that they brought back first, because they were always
That's
talking
the
about
company,
the
yeah.
mammoth.
That's the company. There's a guy out of Harvard named George Church that started the company, and it was the mammoth. But they've raised like $500 million to bring back these animals. It's crazy.
But like,
Did
why,
y'all see? Oh, go ahead.
Why not the Tasmanian tiger?
Thylacines.
I really
That would be
wish.
great.
I
I
wish
want
that would be
first.
great.
I
Yeah.
know. Did you all see like the woolly mice that they genetically,
Yeah.
I guess, engineered? So it's promising. It's all moving in the right direction, but it's so
Look,
crazy expensive.
If we get to go out with Jurassic Park,
I was
okay
just
with
that's
that.
where I was going next. I was like, you know what they should do? Is make a park where they put all these things, and then people could go to that park.
If that is how the world ends, I'm okay with it.
I want them to bring back like just the really dumb things though, like not like your T-Rexes and your like
Oh, you
iconic
mean, like,
dinosaurs.
Giant
Nick wants a
killer
dodo
sloth.
bird.
I was gonna say a dodo
that's
bird.
dope as hell, but okay,
Definitely
dodo
dodo
gets a
bird.
bad reputation. They just didn't have any like natural predators on. Was it Mauritius? Whatever that island was. So
was
like,
none
oh, they're dumb.
0% their fault. They were so
Yeah.
cool.
They were chill as hell, and we took advantage of that. And we're like, we're gonna eat the shit out of you. And they're like, okay, we don't know what's going on.
I mean, they were delicious,
just
to
here.
be fair. So.
Every
I want,
time
like-
I think about the dodo birds, I think about the little birds that were in the Star Wars movie.
The porgs.
Oh,
Yeah, the porgs.
porgs.
Yeah.
Even though porgs are real, I do it still. I was just like, I don't
Porgs
know.
are real.
So,
I want like when you see those like illustrations of like I don't know my eras, but like when it's like weird little spiral conical creatures that are like, oh, you think that's the ocean? No, that thing exists on land. I want to see that.
The Dream Eaters, I can't remember what I
Sure.
based them off of, but
Yeah,
they're
those little guys, too.
100% so cool. Little frog bats. Hell yeah.
Right? I am so mad that we only like the only flying mammal is bats. Like bats are cool as hell, don't get me wrong, but like I want that diversity.
You have gliding.
Yeah, but I
Flying
mean,
squirrels.
they don't fly, they glide.
It's right in the name, Nick. Come on.
I mean, we used
Yeah,
to have
names never lie.
we used to have flying reptiles too. So
I
like,
know. Well, ask
gliding.
some ornithologists and they
have
would say all birds are reptiles.
Yeah.
Anyway, we could
Anyways,
talk about
D&D.
animals.
we got off track there, but that's okay. We do that all the time.
Speaking
Speaking
of
of
animals.
animals.
What happens when we don't see each other for 2 weeks?
Speaking of animals, let's
Uh,
talk about
That's what you want, fan, right? You want to see the relationships, all that. Anyways, so last time we played, you all, with your best bud in the world or your most reviled enemy, in the case of Harlow, with Hagnod, were with his help, managed to leave the Aetherdeep safely, but not after you managed to finagle a couple of weapons from him that he found whilst exploring the Aetherdeep, finding you. And, he told more tall tales. Maybe they were true. Maybe who's to say? I'm to say, and you all know the truth. It's heck. You made your way back up to the surface, eventually found the road again, and continued on your way toward Stonebridge with a hammer and sword in tow. Along the way, you encountered what seemed to be a moving mountain in the distance, and when you encountered a couple of mice folk sitting on their wagon watching, they told you that this was indeed a creature of near like mythic proportions that some people see in this part of First Fall. That not sure exactly what it is, but it's massive, and people generally steer clear of it lest they, get trampled by a mountain or whatever it is. And after talking with the mice Carl and his son Carl Jr., you agreed to join them back at Thorn Hollow, a small farming community of mousefolk Nimasi. They welcomed you to stay at Nugget's place because Toast, who Heck had mentioned, wasn't there. And in this little farmstead, you found a spice rack with a couple of spices mixed in, as well as what clearly seemed to be the cloak of Ewing, the former lieutenant of and mentor of Catriona. At the same time, you kind of ventured off to figure out what the hell was going on in this town as they were burning rosewood effigies to apparently appease the beast, lest their crops be spoiled in the summer before the harvest in the fall. And ultimately, decided we better go check out what's going on in the forest. You found a mouse, Pepper, who was badly wounded. You spared some dying, brought her back, and decided you were going to go look for her missing comrades of woodcutters who had ventured deep into the woods to gather more rosewood. And along the way, you encountered a cave of the beast, presumably, and that is where we are now. You have entered, spotted, and jostled this nest of rosewood twigs and branches, and outburst this creature, this large gray beast that, upon exiting its nest, grew in size to the creature you see before you now. We rolled initiative, and that is where we are, with Quinn using his alert feat to swap spots with Moss. Quinn, it is your turn. What are you doing?
All right. We are going to try Tasha's Hideous Laughter. Let's see if this thing's got a sense of humor.
Let's see. And, maybe we'll see if you're a funny guy. Oof. This... So with the Hideous Laughter, we know what happens. It starts laughing, and that's fun. But what does Quinn do when casting this spell? Is there anything that he's doing to be funny?
I mean, how do you make a tree funny? I think he's doing a little dance. He's making some really outlandish hand movements, really trying to ham it up a little bit. And apparently this creature finds it really funny.
Yeah, because it is doubled over in these guffawing, just that you assume must be laughter, because it is on the ground, writhing in mirth. That is a successful spell cast. Anything else, Quinn?
I think we're going to move over maybe behind this little wall area. And then I'm going to cast Minor Illusion and just sort of encase myself in what looks like rock.
He's a rockman. Okay.
And that'll be the end of my turn.
Once
Quinn
again, Quinn disappears into a boulder.
That's right.
I just imagine it's a constantly Frodo and Sam with the little rock cloak. Nope, that's not a boulder. That's Quinn. All right, Quinn successfully illusions Harlow. It is your turn. Your veil is booming. What you doing?
Let's see. I'm going to drop a nightmare totem on this boy. I haven't done it here yet, so I don't know how it works.
I gotta make. I
do have a. Oh wow, that's big. Why is it so big?
Matilda. Head tilt. I might have messed something up in the coding of it.
15 foot? 15 foot? Yeah. Oh, thank you. Oh, whoa. Why did it... Oh, because You scaled him up, didn't you?
Scaled who up?
The dude.
Oh, yeah, the big dude. Yeah.
'Cause when I hover near him, it pops it from 15 to 22. That's what's weird.
Yeah, with the update to Foundry, like previously, it would measure everything from the center of the token, which is why I think there was one time last campaign where I neglected that, and it was like a huge creature that had a 15-foot emanation before emanation was a thing, and so it like just filled the token, and I was like, oh shit. But the update to Foundry now, it goes from like the ends of the token space.
Okay. So I'm going to drop it. God, this is hard. I'm gonna drop it right there.
Man, you're just killing it right now with the innuendo, Snash.
Sorry, I'm not even paying attention to what I'm saying.
She wouldn't make eye contact with me for any of them.
Sorry, because I was actually taking my turn like a good girl. So I'm gonna drop my nightmare totem. My nightmare totem is Hagnog. Today. He crawls out of the ground and looks like he wants to speak to you.
That's perfect. Like, this image is not far from Hagnog, I mean.
Oh, for fuck's sake, this guy again.
This guy again. So, let's see. So on their turn, they will take a wisdom saving throw. But I'm trying to create a little buffer zone for us. And then
Buffer zone created.
Buffer zone created. And then I don't really have anything bonus action I would like to do, so I'm just gonna sit tight.
Okay, then it is the beast's turn, which means it makes a wisdom save for the nightmare totem. It succeeds with flying colors.
Damn. Okay.
But it hasn't been harmed, so it is still prone and incapacitated, and per the spell, it makes its save, at the end of its turn?
At the end of its turn, yeah.
Alright, so it gets to try that save against the laughter once more. And this time it saves, so it is no longer affected by this laughter. But you know what? That's just one first level spell slot, Quinn. I'm sure you've got other tricks up your sleeve. Okay, so let me... It's giving it some effects here. It's not actively frightened because it succeeded on the save. But it is deafened. Yes, correct.
The wording, I don't know if it's
so
like
it
in
is
tandem.
deafened.
Okay.
Because it says creatures in the area are also deafened as the totem releases a cacophony of unending ear-splitting screams. So that is regardless of save.
Okay.
Because it's just like what it was. So is it just Hag going, "Hey guys"?
Yeah, it's literally him talking.
Guys, I gotta tell you a story.
That's so terrible.
I tickled the mountain.
Literally the number one thing Harlow's afraid of right now, and she's not afraid of anything.
Oh, that's so funny. Ra is up next. What's Ra doing, Nosh?
Nosh is gonna have instructed Ra to go to where Quinn is. Or where Quinn last was.
I wasn't paying attention. I'm so sorry.
I
don't see him.
Ra is just gonna run to the the entrance of the cave and just kind of be like looking around and just dodge over there at the entrance that we came in on.
I'm not being a coward. I'm just guarding the exits.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, like a good boy.
I'm a man.
A good man.
It's Moss's turn. What's Moss doing?
How high are the ceilings in here?
Not terribly high. Variable, but between 10 feet at the max here.
Okay. She's going to cast Detect Invisibility and go get a look around the room. We probably ought to add that as a spell, right, to Moss's character sheet.
So it's not the spell Detect Invisibility. She just can. So like we made an adjustment so that it wasn't just an ongoing permanent thing, but so she can just use her action to check the area. Yeah. So within 60 feet, as she's looking around, doesn't see anything invisible.
All right, and she'll use the rest of her movement to hide behind this cool-looking rock over here.
There's nothing hidden as far as I can tell, but behind this rock I might as well be.
And that's the end of Moss's turn.
Nailed it. All right, Catriona is up next. Cat, what you got?
Well, I guess I have to go into this nightmare fuel. So
There's a spot you don't have to.
I know. I think,
left it open.
I think I can. I reach it from here.
Yeah. Because it's in those 9 squares.
That works, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's.
Is Cat smart enough to know this? It's fine. I'm just giving you a hard time.
Probably not. No.
Oh, hold on.
There's
it
like a
shows
fog
you as being. Okay, I like that. That makes sense. For some reason, you are frightened and deafened, which is not the case.
It just assumed that I.
She's scared. Okay, so what you got, Cat?
I'm just going to test out this fun new hammer that I got.
May your hammer be mighty.
Let's try. Well, no, hang on. I want my shield up first, so she has her ice shield up, and then I'm gonna swing my hammer.
Okay, conjuring your ice shield.
Let's see if it works. Nope, I probably missed.
That should be with advantage, so we're gonna add that retroactively here. Oh. It's
exact same thing.
4 twice. Oh, this hammer is like it's so light that you instinctively swing it too hard, and just you're, overzealous in this strike.
Oh, all right. That's cool. That's fine. I'm going to miss completely, and I'll do the warden thing, the reckless defense thing.
Reckless defense with no one around you. Love
Yep,
it.
in case anyone shows up near me. Unless they're just gonna hide in the corner, that's fine.
I mean, that's kind of their bag, is to hide. It's Nosh's turn. Nosh, what do you got? Mr. 3 on your initiative. Oh, you're muted, Ruby.
Give me a second. I know I'm talking to myself in response to what you're saying.
I didn't know that.
I do that all the time.
Moving.
I do that all the time. You'll just don't always notice it.
Shit talk me. Do it to my face.
Maybe I will. But Nosh is going to see this pretty big creature and just kind of think, you know what? Why not? And he's going to down the bright yellow potion that came out of the Everwild.
Okay.
In one go to see
So,
what the hell happens.
Now, Ruby, you get to choose here because you're casting polymorph on yourself.
Right,
and
but
so,
you said I had to roll like a d10 when I did it. So you're basically telling me that I don't get to choose.
Did I say that?
Yeah, and I think
Bright yellow,
she rolled
shifting
the
colors. D10, and we did it. It's supposed to last for 10 minutes. The D40 is what we do, like when we pick which potion it is.
The D10 was as you were like investigating the potion. I think it was like you figuring out what it was.
You sure?
Yeah, I don't have a random table built in for this.
Okay. Well,
so you get to, like it says in the potion, the drinker determines the beast they become. So you can be any CR4 beast that you would like, and I didn't prepare for that because I forgot that you had this potion.
Yay!
But it's okay.
I need a list. Where's the list? Give me a list.
So, I know we're doing 24 rules, but I've been putting off an update to Foundry because I have
No, you didn't.
the monster manual, which has all of the creatures, but I need to update Foundry, and I was like, I'll do that later, and then later is now, and I haven't done it.
Can we?
Because I'm a
pause and you
procrastinator, so
update it?
we'll
Or
do.
should
You
But I
could be
have
an
all
elephant.
I have all of the old 2014 beasts.
Well, I was gonna be like something big, a gorilla, a large dire wolf. I don't know, something that's mean and could smack the shit out of this thing and keep it away from everybody else.
I sent an easy sortable list in Death.
Oh, you're amazing. Thank you. Oh, I see.
Just note, some of these are monstrosities, not creatures, so whichever one you click on, double check.
Yeah, it's got to be a beast. So for CR4 or lower, you've got elephants,
Oh, this
giant
one.
scorpion, swarm of poisonous snakes, saber-toothed tiger, rhinoceros, polar bear, hunter shark, giant elk, giant constrictor snake. I kind of want you to be a shark, so you can just
Yeah, I was going to say killer whale. Be a killer
I
whale.
was leaning towards like were tiger, but I wasn't sure if that counts.
Were tiger is
stuff are
not a
monsters.
beast. Yeah,
It's what?
those are not beasts, and you specifically have to be a beast.
Think something not magical, like a normal animal.
Okay.
Just like a normal ass animal, yeah.
Like a dire wolf.
So I can't be an owlbear then.
Inside
A
you got
dire wolf?
two
No,
wolves.
that's a monstrosity.
Oh boo.
But you know what, Ruby?
Could be a dire fox.
A giant
I'd say-
scorpion.
If
I
you want to
thought
be an
about the
owl bear,
giants.
I'll let you be an owl bear.
Oh, either that or
Because-
the giant scorpion would probably be what I would want to go. I want something big, but not like this gonna squish cat against the wall, but something that's big.
All right, do you want owl bear or giant scorpion?
I kind of want giant scorpion now. I want to sting something with a giant scorpion tail.
All right, give
And
me
pinch the
one
crap out of
second.
something with my giant scorpion pinchers. Pinch, pinch.
Pinch, pinch, indeed. Okay, so Nosh, you down this potion. You can go ahead and consume the potion.
I can't because it's technically the Ever Vial.
You know
I
you
don't
have that
think-
potion in your inventory, the salve of the skin changer.
Oh, I have that in my inventory.
Well, you had it before I.
Oh,
Oh, you're
that's
polymorphed,
okay.
so don't worry about it. You're polymorphed.
I'm stuck in the wall.
I got you.
Polymorph into the
You got too
wall.
big, kid.
Damn. Sorry.
So Nosh disappears, and there's this giant, hideous arthropod in front of you.
Disappears in front of Harlow and behind Cat. It's great.
So that was a bonus action to drink this. So you still have your full action.
Yeah. I'm going up right next to Cat. Trying not to get too close into this thing, but I'm guessing I'm gonna have to step into it because
Yeah,
She's
you don't
doing
have
this one.
the range. Your claws are a 5-foot range, and so is your sting. And with
Yeah.
your multi attack, what does it give you? You get to do 3 attacks, 2 with your claws and 1 with your sting.
okay. So
Damn
I'm
boy.
gonna go right next to Cat and get in her thing. I am hearing Hegnog now as a scorpion. I don't know how that's sounding.
You sure are. So that means she have to do it when she enters. Yeah, must make a wisdom saving throw to see if you're going to be frightened. Oh no!
Um,
Don't be
Be
scared.
frightened of Hegnog. Just
You have a -1 to your wisdom.
is that from me? Yeah, no, that's from me. This is gonna be great.
Oh wait, no.
This is gonna be great.
Hey,
Maybe?
you know what? You ain't scared of nothing.
I'm an intimidating scorpion. Get off of it.
Yeah,
I
baby.
think Nosh likes Hegnog, so
I don't.
Oh, this
hate
ain't
it.
Nosh no more. This is a scorpion. You have lost your sense of self.
This is true. Okay,
So
hold
not
on.
wild shape.
2 seconds. And you said 1 sting, 2 claw, right?
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna go claw first.
That's gonna do it. That hits for 8 points of damage.
Claw 2.
Claw 2 hits for another 3.
Sting in the face.
Sting in the face. And wouldn't you know it, the kid is 3 for 3, a total of 21 points of damage. What can't you do, Nosh?
I'm a giant scorpion. That's
Yes,
really being a giant
indeed.
scorpion.
Is there a save involved with that? It's got to make a DC 12 Constitution saving throw or take, additional poison damage. So go ahead and roll 4d10, because it's taken some damage regardless. It just gets enough, so it's going to take half of whatever the 4d10 is in poison damage. Okay, so another 9 points.
So how much, was that 31 points of damage?
Let's see. You did 21 before, so you did an even 30.
Even 30? Nice.
I mean, I guess that's good, but also I need you to do all of those attacks again because they should have been at advantage because it's still prone. So we'll see if you get any crits. Actually, you know what? Don't do them again. I'm just gonna
I was gonna say, do you want
advantage.
to do it? Yeah, I was gonna say, do you want to do that?
I'll just see if any of them turn into crits. So far, nah. And one last. No, but I mean, damn good rolling all around. Okay. Yeah. So, Nosh, this giant scorpion comes out a snipping and a stinging. Mm-hmm. My goodness. Quinn, Boulder Boy, it's back to you.
Amazingly, from this boulder appears a small tree-like character.
What?
What?
Does the boulder remain?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
All right, and we're going to do Chromatic Orb.
Heck yeah, sir. Now that is going to be at disadvantage because it's prone and it's a ranged attack. So let's add some retroactive desventaja. Oh, and with a 14, the orb misses.
All right. And for the heck of it, because I can, as a bonus action, he will cast a minor illusion of a statue of Hegnog slightly behind this character. So it's not letting me ping. Remind me how to ping.
I know what you're doing. Right here.
There we go. Yep. There you go.
I'm just gonna make it a little more insubstantial. Make it more less opaque. Give me a sec. All right, that's taking too long. I'm not gonna do that. We know which one's real. It's fine. Okay, then it's back to Harlow.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
Let's try a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Oh, those are two of my favorite things.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Yeah. Oh, causing a little bit of fear.
Possibly.
I don't think you've cast that spell yet, have you?
I have not.
Ooh, okay. So for the folks at home, cause fear, what's it do?
Makes you scared.
It makes you scared. I would have never guessed. It's got to do another wisdom save. Wisdom is like its best thing, but not good enough.
Good.
It's afraid.
It's fucking scared of me. That's all I care about.
Okay, so it is it specifically frightened of you?
Correct. It is now afraid of me.
So it's not afraid of the totem. It's afraid of you. So as long as it can see you, it will have disadvantage on attacks.
Correct.
And it can.
And I'm going to move a little bit closer so that you guys are in my veil. My veil still is wisdom on my +1s, but the damage type is poison.
Poison. Okay.
And that'll be my turn.
If you get 5 feet closer to me, you can get. It's a lot harder to hit you.
Can I reach you? Oh, I do have 35. Bingo bango.
Bingo bango. All right. That means it is the beast's turn. The beast is afraid of you. There is no denying this. It is going to stand.
Oh, he's going to need another wisdom save for the totem.
For the totem as well. doubly afraid of everything.
Double disadvantage.
So no, like cease they, and you know what? Not afraid of the totem because Hag is just really not that scary.
Only
now
to Harlow.
should almost have advantage on that save. But the beast is now stands upright in this just its like skin that is covered in like lacerations and scars. Its snarling mouth. It opens its jaw, takes this deep lumbering breath, and just screams this deep bellow. And everybody is going to have to make this wisdom save or constitution save. Catriona, so good. Harlow, so bad. Quinn, so good. Nosh, what about you, my guy?
I'm the giant scorpion. I roll a 19.
Did you roll it?
It's there.
It's there. I don't know if
Oh,
you
it's,
can do that.
it's not on mine. Oh, there we go. It just showed up late. But also, Ra and Moss are going to need to roll this too.
Oh, okay.
I just did with Moss 10.
Ooh, Moss, I'm so sorry.
Um,
I still don't see you. Got a 19 though. You said
yeah, it's there.
it's just not there for
between
me.
Catriona and Harlow. I'm sorry.
I don't.
Oh, that's
It
weird.
didn't show up on mine.
Yeah, it showed up on mine.
Showed up
Nosh
on
the
mine.
giant scorpion.
Yeah, that's what it says.
I believe you. You guys aren't trying to gaslight me. What did you roll for Ra?
I haven't rolled for you right yet. I'm trying to make sure I'm on Raw, like I am his character.
Are
right
you
now.
on Ra?
Weird.
Guard.
It's only weird when you say it's weird.
Oh, Ra, my boy is saved, so he's only going to take half damage.
He's
just-
resilient.
He's very resilient.
He's resilient.
He's a man. He's a very
Moss.
resilient man.
As this just reverberating, thunderous bellow courses through, Moss disappears as she is just does not have enough gas in the tank to resist this. Ra is hurt. He loses all that delicious temp HP that you gave him, as well as 5 of his normal hit points, but he's resilient, so he's hanging in there. Catriona, you save, so you only take half of this thunder damage.
But I'm vulnerable to it.
But you're vulnerable, so you're going to take the full
So
on.
I take 26 because you round down with the save.
You're right. You're right. So you take 26. So, Cat, you're losing that temp HP and another 18 on top of it. So you're down to 32. But
So
you know, like
this wall would have provided no protection for the sound.
No, because it's if you can hear it, yeah,
Okay.
it's still in within that range. And then let's see, Harlow fails, taking the full 27, and Quinn succeeds, taking only half. So Harlow.
Ouch.
Oh, that was the wrong person. Hold on.
That hurt.
Ouch.
No. What? I had 32.
Nope, it's still applied it to you. Hold on.
It kind of wants to kill Cat right now.
God, this is the
You're
second
you got
session in a
it.
row.
Yeah, you got me with it, but you also got Cat double.
I know.
Cat's back. Cat's back. Cat's back.
Nick just
And-
really wants to kill Catriona.
No, I would
I can tell.
never. I promise.
The lies.
And Quinn takes. Well, let's make sure I'm not going to do it again to catch you. I might. I'm a loose cannon. Quinn takes just.
no,
yeah,
no,
just
no, Catriona just took that.
fucking Catriona. Could you stop
Leave her
it?
alone, Nick.
I'm
Jeez.
literally
Yeah,
just
stop.
Oh, gosh,
Qualifies as bullying.
I mean, you know what? She said, I want to be an effigy, and I said, fuck.
Fuck you.
I hate them. I secretly hate them.
I made them and
I made them and I hate them. Harlow, can you please roll a concentration check?
Me?
Yeah, it's DC 13.
I don't want to do this. But
It should be
Nick,
in the chat there.
Oh,
Oh, dog, you're so good. What's up, Nash?
I rolled a 19.
Oh yeah, that's right. So you take some damage. Oh, it somehow gave you 52 temp HP.
Yeah,
as
I'm
the
great.
scorpion.
I'm great. You can just,
No,
damn it.
no, 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 no.
Damn it.
So you saved,
Yeah,
which
I did
means
save
you
though.
take 13. So you lose the temp HP. Bye-bye. And then you lose a little bit more.
I'm gonna pinch the
Another
snap out of this thing.
another 5. Nah, you're still good. You still have 30 hit points as the scorpion. You're golden, pony boy.
Don't give me that.
That is the. Yeah, it already used half its movement to stand up. It has no incentive to move here. It doesn't know anything about a totem. What is that? Ra is up next. What's Ra doing?
running
Ow.
away from this sound, I'm sure.
I did not like that.
I'm probably sure he's gonna actually run towards the entrance, just to kind of get away from the sound. And just he's a resilient little boy, but he's gonna guard the entrance. And I'm pretty sure he. Whose chair was that just now?
That was mine. It's very squeaky.
Okay, it's just like pretty loud for a second. Rod's gonna run to the entrance and guard the entrance because he does not like that sound, and he's a resilient little man. But he was already said he was gonna guard the entrance anyways, and he still hasn't found Quinn. Yep.
Quinn, he could be anywhere.
Exactly. So he's like, I'll just go back to the entrance, and then he's gonna stay there and dodge. If need be.
Dodging it up. Catriona, you are up next. What say, Sval?
All right.
Oh, right.
No, I really want to hit this guy again, so I'm gonna try again.
Not prone anymore, but
Well,
is
we'll
afraid
see.
of Harlow.
We'll see if we can fix that. Oh, good. There we go.
Oh, hell yeah. For
All right.
resounding 22 or 12 points, 22 on the hit.
Does that include the sonic sphere damage, or do I need to do something?
Nope, that's built in. So you'll see you got 2 thunder damage on there plus the 10. from
Okay,
bludgeoning.
great. Now can
Yeah.
I use my shield master to go ahead and try and bash this guy?
Please do.
Okay. Don't know what that. Let's
All right, so it's got to make a strength saving throw. Can it save?
It does, doesn't it?
It does. It's pretty strong. This gigantic,
fair.
this
It's worth a shot.
huge beast.
I don't think I have anything else bonus action-y that I want to do. So I'm going to just be reckless again.
All right. She's recklessly defending. And I will say, when I nearly killed Catriona one of the times during our live play game
There were
sessions,
so many.
part of it was because you were being reckless. So,
No, let's set
Completely
this
reckless.
record straight. Okay. The first
What was
time
it
it was a rat, like the another thunder wave thing that just full force, all the damage, plus she is vulnerable to it. So it was very
Oh, okay.
tough.
I was neglecting one of the
The
occasions.
second time it was the very last roll of the whole weekend was killing that void, and then she just happened to be close enough, could have turned to dust.
Could have, but didn't.
But
Isn't that nice? Catriona dealing out a walloping. It is Nosh's turn. Nosh, what you got, my guy? Scorpion.
All right, I'm scorpion it up. Gonna just claw at this thing and miss terribly.
Oh, you feel a bit of your claw just bend and buckle. But the second one comes through for
I was a bit disoriented. That scream it did just wasn't very nice.
resounding 3. Yeah. And with the stinger just jabbing, still a bit disoriented, smashing into the cavern floor. Oh, full of scorpions is my mind, dear wife. Who said that? Anybody?
Is that Macbeth?
That one I
It
don't
is
know.
Macbeth,
No, I
which
do
my
not know.
students are reading right now.
Does Matilda get inspiration now?
Does Matilda get inspiration? No, but you get a gold star from this teacher.
Okay, so 11 for
Say
sure
nice things at your
misses.
parent-teacher conferences. Yes, 11 for sure misses.
Okay, how is this guy looking, by the way? My scorpion eyes.
I mean, this thing is like covered in like scars and lacerations, and so you've all added to that with primarily the scorpion here and the battering of the hammer, but seems okay.
Cool.
That brings us back to our main man, Quinn, and by main I mean one of two men.
All right, Quinn is mourning the loss of Moss, but steps back out of the rock.
Ooh, the loss of Moss.
I've
Sure
been
rubbing off
working on
on you
that
a little bit?
I've been totally working on that one. I'm going to do another chromatic orb.
This time not at disadvantage. But this time also missing.
I don't know if the animation was the same for everybody, but it teetered on the edge between 19 and 9 for a second, and then went 9. God damn it.
The sad news is the animation's a lie.
Yeah.
It means nothing.
So's the cake. All right, I'm going to move. This time, would he know enough to know when he was out of range of that sonic blast? Or is that a little too too meta?
Everybody that he saw was affected by it, so I don't know if he wouldn't know, like, oh, it was a 30-foot range.
All right, then realistically, he's going right back in his rock.
Okay.
And he's done.
Yeah. It's a rock fact. All right, up next then is Harlow. Harlow.
All right, let's try a little Sacred Flame, maybe.
Little Flama Sagrada. Just a little guy.
Damn it!
Let's see if he can make the deck save.
Oh my god!
Oh, nat 20. What a waste for
Does
one.
him being
No
afraid
damage.
Of Harlow do anything
It doesn't
for
affect
that?
saving
No.
throws.
It doesn't
It's
affect
just
the attack.
disadvantage on attacks.
Just checking.
Okay, well that sucks. I don't
Ookie.
want to waste spell slot. Yeah. All right, I'm
There's probably not another fight after this.
gonna sit
Don't let him trick you.
tight.
Yeah, it's probably fine. This is probably like the BBG of the whole campaign. So
Right.
No.
This is
because
one of a family of 6 of these. Is what's
I'm
right.
a cleric, so I guard my spell slots because I care about my party. That'll be the end of
Aw.
my turn.
if y'all can't tell, I don't know why I'm in like a very giddy mood right now, and I think it's just because I missed playing with you all.
Oh, I miss you too.
Now let me kill you. Up next
Oh,
is the
gosh.
beast.
You can try.
Can still see Harlow. It has this giant scorpion that just keeps attacking the shit out of it.
Save for
and-
totem.
You're right. Save for totem.
Save.
To see.
So
I mean,
he's-
this is just. Have you heard of hat on a hat?
Tries for the totem, and at the end of his round, he can try for the fear against me.
Oh, okay.
Does that make
So,
sense? So
yeah.
it's
So doubly afraid now.
oh hell yeah! So if he saves against the fear for me, he's afraid of the
Still afraid.
still afraid.
It's just this, feedback loop of fear. It's good. So is going to try to deal with this scorpion
At disadvantage.
at disadvantage for 2 reasons, but just disadvantage. So going to do a ravage attack. Oh, I didn't roll disadvantage, so let me do that after the fact, because that's definitely going to hit. And
It's
with
not.
disadvantage, though, does not hit. The second attack comes in. This time, I promise I'll do disadvantage.
Yes.
And with disadvantage, man, oh man, are my rolls dog shit right now. And it is going to miss both times on this scorpion, despite the fact this scorpion doesn't have a lot of armor. Then it's going to make a wisdom save against your fear. Still very much afraid of you. You haven't really done anything particularly frightening. I guess like when you cast cause fear, like does Harlow do anything to make herself real spooky?
Into your brain. She goes into your brain.
Just tunneling,
Yeah.
pawing around.
Kind of like God, I'm trying to think of what the term is, but like that focus, that like tunnel focus, like you see in films and stuff where it just zooms in, and that's all
Snap
you can.
cuts. over.
Yeah, just
Excellent. Then Ra is up next. Ra, what you got?
Dodge. Guard entrance. Dodge.
I've got our exit covered. If we need to retreat, Catriona, you're up next.
Okay. I forgot to do this earlier. The elemental, the primal interdiction around Catriona is starts burning. Our party is safe. It's creatures of my choice that take damage. So
Okay.
not everybody. I'm gonna pop that in chat just in case. And then just gonna swing. Oh, well, I don't know why it rolled immediately, but it did.
So is that let's
It
see.
is the creatures of my choice that start their turn within the area.
Okay, it
Oh,
has
at the
started its
start
turn
of
there
this one.
twice, so roll it again.
Oh, okay.
It takes the 4. Well, I tried to make it take the 4. I might have given that to someone else. And it takes the 2. Ah, there we go.
Sorry, I haven't looked at her sheet in a while. I forgot.
Yeah, no, that's totally fair.
And now I'm just gonna swing at this lizard boy.
So anyway, I
Maybe.
started swinging. 15 is, Catriona, it's just off.
I figured. That's okay. I don't think I really can do much as a bonus action currently.
Yeah, no.
No, I can't. So, just being defensive again.
So offensive. All right, then. Doing your. Are you recklessly
Reckless,
defending?
yes, sorry.
Okay. Then up next is Scorpionosh.
Aw.
Wah, wah.
Wah, wah. Wah.
There we go. A 19 will do. Not a lot of damage, but you know what? That's okay because you follow it up with the sting.
It's about 12 points damage. I need to do the saving throw too, though, don't I?
It needs to do a saving throw,
Right.
the Constitution save, which its Constitution is pretty high, and it is going to succeed. So go ahead and roll 4d10, and it'll take half of that as poison. Okay, all right, another 9 points. This scorpion's doing work,
Putting in work, putting in work.
making it happen. Okay, anything else, Nosh?
No, that's it's staying in the same position.
All right, Quinn is up. What's Quinn doing?
We're gonna try a slightly bigger chromatic orb.
All right.
Why not? So,
If at first and at second you don't succeed, go bigger.
right.
That's going to do it.
Boys.
18 points of what type of damage?
What have I seen work here? Nobody's really used any elemental damage, right?
Except a little bit of thunder from Cat's hammer.
And a little bit of fire from her.
Oh, yeah.
I'll go
I mean,
fire.
you wouldn't have seen anything because you were behind a rock the whole time.
Got him.
That's true. Never mind.
What rumor did I hear?
I hear it takes damage.
We're gonna go fire. Fire.
Okay, it's a shame that. Do you want to try to bounce it off to maybe see if it hits Catriona or someone else with this chromatic orb?
I don't like that.
I forgot this thing bounces, right? Yeah. It's,
Oh yeah, let's see. Oh, it would
Wait.
bounce here.
Does
Can
it
he-
bouncing count as an AoE?
No.
It's not an AoE. No.
I was gonna say, can he bounce it like right in front of its face and then it slits up and hits its face? I think that would be
Okay,
fun.
so here is where we have a bit of a rules interpretation, because it says if you roll the same number on 2 or more, The orb leaps. Doesn't say it can leap, it says it does leap to a different target of your choice within 30 feet of the target.
All right, I'm going to make a. Can it be an inanimate object?
To a different target. The target of chromatic orb, does it specify that its target is a creature?
It could
At
be
a,
one
it
of
says
the
at a target, so it could be an inanimate thing. Yes.
All right, then I'm going to target the nest.
Okay, you target the nest, and yeah, I mean you're gonna hit it, and you just see this just brambles of rosewood just go shattering across and catching on fire, and this smell of burning rosewood emanates, and the beast starts yelping. Ew, ew, ew.
I feel kind of bad for this thing. Just
Anything else, Quinn?
Not unsurprisingly, he slides back inside of a rock. And that'll be the end of Quinn's turn.
For a tree, he sure spends a lot of time in a rock. Harlow, it is your turn. What do you got?
What do I have? I have a lot of stuff. I'm going to switch it up.
Ooh.
Where am I at? There I am.
Or, you know.
Yeah, I'm going to shoot it with my crossbow.
Okay. 12
For
is
nothing.
going to miss.
welcome to my world.
Well, yeah. That'll be my turn.
Okay. Harlow's turn. The beast is up. It's got a save to make against the totem.
It started its turn.
Heg is not even a bit scary anymore. Starts its turn there, takes a little of the flames.
Can't find it now. Okay. What the heck? It won't let me click.
Could it be good? Let us see.
It won't click. I don't know what's happening. Sorry. There we go.
Takes 2 points of fire damage. And it cannot move closer to the source of its fear, but it's going to move laterally. Moves away from you, Catriona. Anything you'd like to do?
I would love to attempt to grapple it.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and let's see. It needs to make a strength or dex save. It's definitely going to do it.
But
Strength
it
save.
has
Disadvantage. Yeah, let me re-roll that.
And I do.
It is going to succeed on its save against the grapple.
That's fair.
And then it's going to slide down here and begin moving toward the exit here.
It went past Nosh.
It sure did.
Yeah. Come back here. Come back here. I'm going to. What can I do, by the way? Since
You
It
can make
just walks
one
back. You
attack.
said that. It comes back.
Come back,
Oh,
come
okay.
back. Can I sting it or claw? Like, what do I do with
You do
opportunity?
one attack. One attack. Your choice.
Okay, I'm gonna sting it.
Yeah, I mean that's the better attack for sure.
Yeah, not too
But
great.
wouldn't you know it? 11's not going to cut it.
That's fine.
And leaves your range as it is moving away from where
Question.
it just was. Yes.
It passed or failed its last fear against the totem.
It passed.
Okay.
And will attempt to end its fear against Harlow and does not. Still afraid of you because you scary.
Big scary.
And that is its turn. Ra is up. He hasn't received any commands since you're a scorpion, so I imagine he's still dodging.
Yep.
And that
Dodge away,
means it's
baby.
back to Catriona.
So, excuse me. Sorry, Harlow. Excuse me. Yep. Hi. Squeeze past here. How it's like right at the entrance? Where's the entrance? No.
So
the
the entrance is back over like
Okay.
in this space, so it's got a ways to go still.
All right, I'm going to do my best to try and get like in its way here, but I can't actually go that far. So I'm gonna get there. And just try and hit it again, I guess. It hasn't worked yet. Let's see if it does.
Oh, it does this time.
Hey, cool.
And, that's not half bad damage, neither. With 16. Oof.
Okay.
Hush.
These just feel just a little bit bad. I'm gonna try and
What
knock
did it
down.
say?
I'm just making noises.
I don't know. Sounded like speech.
Are trying to speak.
Somebody
Admit
needs
it
to
now.
talk to this thing.
It needs to make a strength
sorry.
save. Sorry.
I was like, yeah, come on, make that strength save.
I'm sure it's going to.
Yeah, it's a big, strong thing.
Well, I can't do anything else, so I'm just going to. I mean, I know Quinn's around this corner somewhere, so I'm gonna continue being reckless.
All right, Nosh is up next in scorpion form.
Okay, I have a question. Can I
have an
jump?
answer. Can you jump?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, technically everything has a jump distance. So your strength is what
Do
determines your.
scorpions jump?
I don't know if technically they do, but by the rules of D&D they can. So you can jump 7.5 feet from a standing position. If you run 10 feet, you can jump full 15.
Okay, well, my goal is to jump and get to here.
Okay,
Basically,
so you're trying to
I'm trying to get in front of it, basically. Like,
can you hit Control Z so you move back to where you were? Perfect. So if you move the 10 feet to get to where Catriona is and then jump over, yeah, you can land over there.
Hi, cat. Boing.
Boing.
Could have just walked.
Blocking the path. This is one smart scorpion.
Yeah, I mean, I'm doing whatever I can to be like right in its path. Is that too close? Should I like be right here instead? I just wasn't sure.
That's fine.
Okay, cool. That was all my movement, and now I'm going to pinch at its face.
Oh,
Claw at its face.
yeah.
Oh, I'm missing. My jump threw me off.
And your left is not as strong as that's about as strong as your right.
It's because I moved. I haven't moved in this form. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to get him to stay and stop hurting people.
Oh, and the sting comes through for 5 points. And go ahead and roll your 4d10 as you sting it. Oh, and save, so it's going to take 12.
What was that?
God, I don't know what was it. And this is very much on death's door, Nosh. Quinn, it's back to you.
All right, Quinn is going to step out of the rock, and then why can I not move? Oh, because I'm on ruler. Hang on. Step out of the rock, and then look at the creature and say, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa! If you stop attacking, we will," and see if there's any response.
Okay, go ahead and roll an animal handling at disadvantage.
Animal handling at disadvantage. All right, I gotta remember which one is disadvantage. Hopefully this is.
Yeah, as far as it
That's
can
not
tell,
gonna
you're just making yourself look big.
Okay. All right. In that case, I'm gonna kill it.
All right.
I don't want to know what this creature actually is. It makes me a little sad.
Well, so I guess a question here, Scott. You were attempting to influence this creature, yeah?
Yeah, well, I was hoping to find out if it actually had some level of intelligence that it could decide to just stop.
All right. So, I'll. Yeah, this is fine. Next time I might have you try you use an influence action, but for now you're good. So you still have your action.
Okay. So no different behavior from this creature.
Yeah, no different behavior.
All right, I'm going to blast away.
Anyway, he started blasting.
Fa-boom.
Fa-boom, fa-miss.
Fa-fuck.
That chromatic orb is 1 for 4.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible.
Maybe
All right.
try something else next time.
And then I've moved 5 feet.
Keep it up. Didn't say that.
All right, and
That was totally Nick.
he's gonna back his way down this hallway.
You're not going to go in the rock?
No, because I don't want to get trampled.
That's fair.
I think I
Then
can get to here.
you can. Then we are back to Harlow.
Oh, I don't like the way I feel about this.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh.
Such a sad, deadly creature.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Oh shit.
I'm gonna move up, get up close to it.
Would it see
Oh,
that?
shit.
Would it see that illusionary rock as now no longer being enough space for him to get through?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to see if there's a way to do this
There's always a way to do this.
from my page.
It's kind of giving Grindel vibes when Beowulf goes into his cave.
Yeah, right? My mom's a dragon.
There it is.
Spoilers. Sorry.
In case you've not heard the ancient Icelandic epic Beowulf. It's only been out for hundreds of years.
I am going to drop Cause Fear.
You drop it?
Yes.
It's not afraid no more.
No,
Nothing.
it's not.
It's just regular afraid now.
It's just on death's door.
So it's covered in lacerations.
Yeah.
It's acting like a wounded animal.
Yeah.
What's up with it? Is there anything I can discern from it?
So if you
Or
want
can
to
I speak to it, or
so you can, if you want to try to influence it, or if you want to study it, you can. But that would be an action.
I would like to try and influence it.
Okay.
With the dropping of the fear.
Okay. So you drop the fear. It's no longer afraid magically, so it's not going to have disadvantage on this check. So I guess describe to me what you do, and I'll decide what to roll.
So Harlow comes forward. She drops her Cause Fear, and from that, it's just whatever was influencing it to be afraid of her kind of dissipates. So it's kind of like the heaviness of the room drops for it, and she's just gonna walk towards it, hands kind of out, just be like, are you... I'm trying to think how to phrase it. Kind of how you would approach a dog you don't know.
Okay.
Right?
Like the videos of people helping the bears with their heads stuck in jugs.
Kind of ascertaining if this is truly violent or if it's just afraid.
Okay, so
trying to calm it.
So that's two different things. If you're trying with the attempting to influence it to calm it, or do you want to figure out what its deal is? Okay, so then go ahead and roll animal handling, just straight up.
Just straight up.
Yeah, no advantage, no disadvantage. Okay. It sees you approaching, and
could I have used a luck point, or do I have to?
Yeah, you can use. You can, yeah, I think did they change luck that now it's. It used to be like you had to like call it before.
Oh,
Let me double check what.
when you roll a d20 test, you can spend 1 luck point to give yourself advantage on the
Okay,
roll.
so
It's
it is
no
giving
longer
advantage.
reroll.
Okay. Aha. So with your 12, it's you kind of like draws its muzzle towards you, and it feels like the cold metal of your armor, and just kind of flinches back. But it's not actively attacking at the moment.
Okay. I can't do anything else, so that'll be my turn.
Okay. Then it is the beast. It sees a rock, a scorpion, a statue, and a person who just was nice to it. It's going to attack the scorpion, or because it can't run anywhere.
What type? Can I drop the fire, or is that something that takes on my turn that I have to do?
Let me see.
Because I'm still setting it on fire right now.
That's very true. Well, we just need to read the wording of your primal interdiction.
It's
'cause
the elemental interdiction is the one. It's the 3rd level.
And you can select one of the following effects.
Or can I just choose to not catch it on fire?
Yeah, I would say so, since it says you can select one of the following effects.
And the fire is creatures of your choice. Okay, so
Yeah.
maybe it's just I'm just not catching it on fire yet right now.
Okay. Yeah, it still has this big scary scorpion in front of it that's been stinging the shit out of it, so it doesn't really care for that. It's gonna do a couple of attacks. And is going to hit and hits. That's going to be enough to drop you out of your form here, Nosh. So you take, that was 36. So you're going to lose all of your.
Wow. It finally gets some actual hits in.
Yeah. And so you'll take another 6 points. So you're just, you already lost that 10 HP when you were a
Why
Scorpio.
do I look like it looks like I'm wearing a hat when I'm under this rock over here. Hey, give me back.
Hold on one second.
Stay still.
And seeing you kind of shrink down here, it kind of moves, sees its way still blocked, and is just like kind of back against the wall here. That's its turn, though. It's Raw.
So it left Catriona's range there.
Yeah.
Can I try to grapple it as my opportunity attack?
Yep.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, this thing's pretty strong, so it is going to succeed against that. Raw still no command, so still dodging. It is your turn, Catriona.
Okay. Sorry. Can I? Okay. No, not that. Yes.
So
Okay.
something as a point of a clarification that might be relevant to you all, it might not be, but they did specify in the new edition of the rules that when you make an attack, you can choose to do non-lethal damage. Like that is officially an option. So if you want to just kind of like incapacitate something, you can. But you don't have to do that if you don't want to do that. I'm just letting you know that that is an option.
I was already kind of thinking that if I was going to swing out again, I was just trying to figure out if that was something I could do that wasn't just swinging a hammer. But I don't think there is right now, so can I non-lethally hit it with this hammer, possibly?
Yeah, so if you hit it, then you can just declare
I
that...
don't even hit it, it's fine.
You sure don't. You're just like trying to be real ginger with it. You pet it with the hammer.
I just gently stroke this monster with a hammer. Well, yep, that's cool.
All right.
We continue to be reckless, I guess.
Nosh.
I'm disoriented. I don't know what I should do. Well. I guess Nosh would
The dilemma.
still blocking the way. Nosh would look at it and be like, do you understand us? Can you stop for a second? And see if it'll like settle down.
So you're trying to influence it here?
I guess I want to try and persuade it to just take a moment to see if it actually understands what I'm saying.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a persuasion check.
Okay.
Kind of like with Harlow, it like moves a little bit towards you, and as it like its nose ruffles against your fur, you see it calms.
Can you speak at all? And I'll try all the languages Nosh knows. Can you speak to me? Can you talk to me? What's happened with what was it? Was it mice? The injured mice. Why did you injure them?
And as you're talking to it, you see it shrinks back down to that size that you saw it before. And it's breathing heavily. It's very bloody. And it just keeps repeating those same sounds that it was making before.
Can I hand it an orange cake? Like, can I try and feed it? Can I try and feed it an orange cake to just feed it a little bit?
What do you do?
So, how small is it compared to me?
It's smaller than you.
Okay. Can I kneel down when I talk to Ra in his small form and hold out the cake and say, "Here, eat this. This is gonna help me feel a little bit better," and then try and tell me. And I'm just talking to it, trying to continue to keep it calm and see if it can kind of say a clear response as I feed it an orange cake. Let me see if I can actually do this. There you go, little buddy.
So are you just setting the food down next to it, or are you trying to actually put it in its mouth?
I'm holding it out, offering it to smell it and then eat it. And I'll put it on the ground if it looks like it would prefer it. Because you can kind of decide when you're trying to feed an animal if it would prefer it to put it on the ground or if it'll let you feed it by hand. That kind of thing.
Yeah, and you set clearly it's not taking it out of your hands. And once it gets a whiff of it, just kind of hunches over and uses these sort of clumsy claws and grabs at it and starts putting the cake into its mouth.
I'll have put it on the ground.
Sure.
Once it finishes and tries to say that, I'll be okay, one more time. What are you saying?
Josh is sweet.
One more time. I'm almost there. I'm getting something. It's coming.
Is there like some sort of roll we could make to try to understand it? Or is this on us?
I mean, and
figure
Nash-
out?
I mean, it's this is what it sounds like, and is what it would sound like to your characters.
Okay.
Okay.
Anything that would contextualize this is something that you've not encountered.
Okay.
And none of us have actual speak with animals, which
I
would that
do
have
not.
helped if we had that?
No, we have you.
Are we still?
She's-
Are we still in initiative?
I don't
No, we have by this point, like the imminent threat has abated.
Could I do a medicine check on it?
Yeah,
Yeah, can I
use my lucky?
yeah.
kind of, I don't know, help that of like, I'm looking to see if there's restraint.
Sorry,
wounds.
it like burned it, but then it didn't let me.
Then let's roll with advantage.
Oh,
Oop.
oh.
I was rolling.
Okay, so we'll give you the triple advantage because you got the 19. It's fine. So, yeah, what is it that you said you were doing, Catriona?
I'm looking for like restraint wounds.
Okay,
As
yeah,
a
go ahead and if you're looking for wounds, yeah, roll medicine or perception check, either one. 19, though, that's going to definitely reveal some information. Hey, look at that. Okay, with a 19 for your medicine check, you see those wounds that look like fresher, these lacerations. As you look closely, it looks like there are like small black barbs or thorns that are like sticking out of some of these spaces. And just as you look at the old wounds that have scarred over, by your estimate, and I don't know how Harlow would know this because she hasn't been around for very long, but like the scarring indicates that quite some time has passed, years, if not longer. Catriona, you would notice as you're looking, you don't see bind marks, but you do see around its left ankle is like the faintest, like dirtiest, most raggedy little bit of thread. And with a 24, to you it looks like the final vestige, the final remnant of maybe like a sock or a pant leg or something that is just, this is all that is left. And I think this is where we could maybe take a break.
Sad break.
are back. Nosh, you have fed a cake to this creature that is just nibbling on the last crumbs of it. Seems satisfied with it. Um, as you continue to talk to it, it doesn't seem to want to or be capable of saying really anything beyond these utterances that you've heard from it. Like they smack of language, but it's just not quite there, you know.
Do the thorns that are stuck in it seem to be like harming it?
So as you looked, the curious thing is the thorns are not like the tips in; it's tips out.
Like, but they're poking out of it.
Yes.
Do they look like rose thorns?
Yeah, I mean, in the general shape, but they're just
They're
inky
just like
jet black.
desiccate. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. Can I try and take out one of the thorns? Is
Yeah.
that
What do you do?
oh boy. Kind of like general shushing. I'm not trying to scare this thing. Right.
Okay.
Sort of looking at wherever the closest laceration with a thorn is, sort of okay, and then just real quick pulling a tooth, just
Okay.
try and yank it out, see if it comes out or not.
Just with you pinching with your fingers.
Yep.
Okay. As you go to pinch it, it's slick, and your fingers kind of slip, and as you touch the thorn, even just the slightest touch, you see it's just kind of jerks back as if in pain.
Oh, what? Sorry. Okay, you can keep that. Is it bloody? Are my fingers bloody now?
Your fingers are there's this sort of viscous black something, which is the name of my next band.
Yes.
Viscous black something.
It's a
Yeah.
good one. It's a good band. All right.
Yeah.
Well, those are attached pretty well.
Could I drop a
Yes.
lesser rest on it?
You absolutely could.
Okay. I was trying to figure out if it was poisoned or not.
Quinn, you're good at trees. What do these thorns look like?
I'm still waiting outside. Is the
I
fight
know.
over?
Yeah, we're fine. Come in.
All right.
This guy's stuck as a monster.
All right. I'm going to take a look, maybe a nature check, see if I can figure
Yeah,
out
go for it.
what's going on with him. And I'll
Harlow, you
guide
cast
myself.
Lesser Restoration, and as you do, you see from all of these wounds where these thorns are, this black ichor just starts dripping down. You seem to have purged something, but the barbs remain, and you see it after a couple of like a minute or so that it seems like whatever reservoir they're drawing from seems to be refilling, and with that you intuit there's something more powerful at play here than just like a simple poison. Quinn with a 17. These do in fact look like rose thorns, but there's something unnatural, something corrupted, and if you're not mistaken, something cursed.
So I'm going to relay that to the rest of the party. This looks to be the work of some sort of a magic, maybe even a curse. This is beyond my ability to do anything, unfortunately.
I want to go back and look at like the nest area and the rest of the cave.
Okay.
And try and see if there's something in here that might give us a clue.
Yeah, this
gonna-
is still smoldering.
Okay.
But go ahead and roll an investigation check. Or perception, your choice.
Perception, then.
Okay.
Guide myself.
So we'll just take that first roll of 14 and add the 8 that you would add to it. So that's 22. As you are like kicking around in this, looking for anything that is worth spotting, you see that there are like some bones mixed in with this pile of rosewood. But what most catches your eye is a little glint of metal, and when you reach down to see what it is a very badly tarnished locket.
What's inside?
What's in
As
there?
you
Is that a picture?
pry it open, inside you see that there is indeed a very faded, and by the looks of it's rather old in terms of like the style, but picture of a mouse folk.
Oh no.
Oh no.
This is not at all what I thought we would get for going home with some nice little mice on the edge of the road.
Never is.
This poor baby.
So what
Is it a locket like a lover would wear, or is it like a?
Yeah, it looks like one that a lover would wear. It's just an individual. I don't know how familiar you are with gender norms of mouse Nimasi, but Nosh, you would almost certainly recognize this does appear to be a like a young woman, and based on like the style of things, this looks like it could be decades old, if not longer.
Gotcha. So Quinn, you think this is a curse that's been bestowed upon this creature?
That's my best guess. Yeah.
So, do we think the other mice did it, or did somebody do this to all the mice?
I would think that someone would do this to the mice. I mean, not that they're not capable of something like this. I think any creature is capable of cursing another if given the right
I don't know.
drive.
They seem a little shifty out there.
Well, they're often quite scared, I believe. But I just wonder, they've obviously been doing their best to push this creature away, if this is even the actual creature that's been causing all of the problems, or if this is just like the guard dog, like just the watcher.
I mean, this is the
Just
end of the
puppy.
cavern, right?
right, but what'd you say, Nick?
I said, yeah.
Did we
I always want to
explore
make
that?
you second guess everything.
Yeah.
Well, you're doing a great job.
But do you know what I mean?
Um,
As in, like this person, this being was cursed, and now they guard this place, in a sense. And there's something
Or-
else that's stronger. You know what I mean, Quinn? You know,
Yeah, I think this is just its den.
Well, yeah.
Its nest
Sure.
here.
Sure.
Can we? Okay, so do you think it'd be a good idea to go back to the mice village and like maybe they'll know who this picture is? Maybe
Yeah.
they'll know what this curse is.
I don't think that's a bad idea. I think that's a good way to go, but I also don't really want to leave this creature.
So we split the party.
Hey.
All right, who wants to babysit the monster and who wants to go
Not
talk
me.
to the mice?
Just, I can get there really fast. Again.
So you want to go talk to the mice?
So I'm just
So-
saying I can get there and back really fast.
Well,
This
sure,
thing is
but
on
that's-
death's door. I mean, we could leave it, and it's
It's
certainly
not
gonna
on
be.
this door anymore.
I mean, it's pretty close.
It's
still,
pretty-
right?
It's pretty stable right now.
It's pretty fucked up though.
It's
It's
pretty
not,
damaged,
like,
but it's
far
stable.
You
from
stung
death.
the shit out of it.
Yeah,
you
but
only
it's
gave
not
it back
good.
14 HP. You dealt out like 85.
Yeah, you don't know how much it. Okay, that's fair.
You did quite a lot of damage to it.
Fair. But I don't think it's going to keel over right
I
here.
know.
I,
but we
I
don't want
think
it to, like,
we all go back. Let's talk to the people in the town and see what
I
we can
think
learn.
if we think that this was a mouse folk, right? I think that someone should stay, or half of us should stay with it to make sure that nothing happens to it while we try and find out like who it was.
I kind of second that. I don't know that I feel great about leaving it because it might have.
Can't we just send like one of the familiars into town to bring someone out here?
Well, Moss is not here with us anymore.
Oh no.
So
Well,
it's not
can't you
gonna be
just bring
Moss.
her back?
It'd take an
Not
hour.
resilient.
Is she not resilient? Is that what Brawl just said?
She's not.
Yeah,
said
Rob
what I
from the
said.
entrance said that he's not resilient.
Talking shit.
Good lord.
I mean, if we just need it to stay in this cavern, like we didn't find, we can look for another way out, and if it like just needs to stay in here, I could sort of
So
keep it in here.
I could build a little wall at the front of the cavern to just sort of trap it in here for a while.
I'm just saying, guarding stuff is kind of my thing.
Can
Yeah.
I look around and like leaving the creature there, whether it follows me or not? It's not a big deal. But can I look around and see if there's any other entrances or exits, or if there's like a buried mound of dirt that's covering a hole around the main cavern? Can I like do a slow turn around it?
Yeah,
Why is Ra over here? When did Ra get over there? Ra,
he
where'd you
moved
go?
over there of his own volition. He says, "Harlow, I found something important. I think it's something you need." And he holds up in his little fiery hands 5 teeth.
And Nosh is just gonna nod and kind of just keep walking around the cavern looking for something.
It just starts laughing out loud.
I'll pocket that. That's pretty sweet.
Oh no, they go in your mouth.
Oh no.
There's like little jagged mouse
little
teeth,
jagged, pointy, tucky.
little chiclets.
Hmm.
Oh no.
Should I
Like
roll
a snack?
investigation?
Oh,
And-
I guess. Sorry, that was dumb. I'll put him back.
No, that was
No, I put them in my pocket already. I'm keeping them.
All right. Do you need more? Later.
We'll have that conversation when we get to it.
TBD. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember teaching you that. Who will tell you that?
Roy.
My sister.
Nosh,
The teeth.
I contain multitudes.
We're not going to go down that path.
He's
All right. What should I roll to like get a good idea, maybe, of if there's? Like,
Just
I'm trying
roll a
really
perception
slow.
check as you're moving around.
Can I roll a couple just in case I roll bad?
You can roll your 1. It represents your ongoing efforts. Nosh, as you circle throughout this space, I mean, you're not seeing much that stands out. And as you think back to what Quinn said, it does seem like this probably just is this creature's den. Outside of the locket, you're not seeing much. Now, if you head up here, you'd see that it does make a small loop. There's a narrow passage over here. And it makes sense that given its current size that it could, travel through that no problem. But once enlarged, rather limited. Seems like that was more of like a defense mechanism than anything.
Okay, as I crawl up in there with Raw right behind me,
Yeah, of course.
shedding light. Do we see anything in this small cavern?
I don't shit light.
I said shedding, like you're illuminating
Oh.
the space, my Dara.
Yeah, no, I mean it's more of this, like, this is relatively empty, aside from just what you would expect to see in a cavern. I mean that glowing sort of haze that's in here is a bit strange, but no strange. I mean, you've spent time in the Western Concord. There's all sorts of weird glowing fungus and spores.
Yeah, especially as you get.
Does it feel glowing, hazy, kind of like the Aetherdeep?
Hey, Quinn.
Yeah, like it's reminiscent of that. You're not seeing like big, crystals or anything like that, but
I found a hole, Quinn.
no,
Okay.
we found a hole.
Trust
Exactly.
the fox.
Tell
to
me all about
find
your
the
hole.
pen.
Me and Ralph found this hole back here. It goes in a circle. You gotta be small to get in there. I'm not sure if your big butt will fit.
I'm a little small guy.
No, you're not. You're bigger than me. You got a bony ass too.
Nice.
So what's
I
the
don't-
plan,
I
y'all?
don't think bony is the right description.
Should I say
Um,
Twiggy?
All right, is Catriona
You
going to
what?
stay here with our
no,
friend?
we can guard this guy if you guys want to go back and figure out maybe who that mouse was in the picture, or
I mean, or do we want to take him with us? He's small right now.
I feel like walking into the mouse village with this guy.
Well, no. I'm not saying like straight in the mouse village, but like take him with us kind of to the edge of the forest in that area. I mean, unless like the burning of the rosewood would really affect him negatively, then
It seems to,
they.
but also
Excuse.
if we're trying to keep him contained, this feels like the easiest place to do it because it's already an enclosed space.
Does he have, or she, don't know gender, have any reaction to the locket if I hold it out to them?
There's like this light that fills this cavern. You hold the locket out, and catching sight of it, just kind of clambers for it, and just tries to grab onto it.
Can I try and like put it around its neck?
Yeah. And just that sort of thing that like a cat does or a dog does, like when like something unexpected is on them. Where,
When you put a new when you put a new collar on a
Yeah,
cat or a
right.
dog and they do the like neck
It is-
thing.
but calms down after a short while, and just kind of like absentmindedly with the back of its hand, just like paws at it.
So is the locket open or closed right now?
Did you leave it
I
closed
had
or
it open.
open? Okay.
and I
Okay,
had it
so
open.
I want to get a good look at the picture inside.
Okay.
Okay. All right, should we
Okay.
head back to town?
Do you guys want to go and we keep it here? Or
Sure.
I mean, I don't think it's gonna leave, so I don't think we would. I don't know. I don't think we have to guard it, truthfully, because I would say that it could crawl back up into this smaller cavern up here,
Yeah,
and
but it's hurt.
or you
I
can you heal it more?
I'm gonna waste my spells.
Okay.
I'm a little bit concerned.
Do you guys
that,
want to
like-
die? Because I'll waste all my spells and then you guys can just die.
Well, no,
No,
I'd
I'd prefer we
issue.
leave it hurt.
I'm
quite
a little
frankly.
bit concerned that it's not really acting of its own volition sometimes.
Right,
So
and that's
it might still like try to get out and hurt the mice or something.
Or something else might happen, and if we're here to see what happens or what triggers it. you know,
okay.
I'm
I
just
mean, no,
kinda scared.
I understand what you're saying. I get it. I understand.
All right, so
Okay.
Nosh and I heading back to town?
Well, Harlow and Catriona aren't exactly the convincing ones, so
I'm not either.
Probably
Nosh is
best.
our smooth
Wait,
talker.
what? Hold on. Wait a second. This is true, but still.
why are you surprised by that? You are the most charismatic here.
Yes, but I don't talk. Anyways, I don't talk that much. Anyways. All right, fine. Quinn, are you coming with me?
Yep, let's go.
You gonna be able to keep up?
I got the longer legs.
All right, Quinn and Nosh heading out. The way back is not difficult. I'm gonna pop over to that map, and everybody's on there, but we know who's actually there. And after not long, since you're moving with purpose, you make your way back to the edge of the farming village. You see the buildings in the distance. You see that space where the ashen remains of that effigy had been burned before. It is at this point, like, it is very early morning. So I guess, yeah, people would be still inside. We're talking like 2, 3 in the morning. Now, as farmers, they're probably not sleeping in late, but yeah, the village is asleep at this point.
I'm immediately gonna direct. All the doors are closing. That's not creepy sounding at all. I'm gonna immediately head straight for Carl's house where I brought the injured mouse from earlier.
And Carl was over here.
Yeah, over here, right? Yeah. And I'm gonna go in there and knock on the door. Knock, knock, knock. Carl.
And it hasn't been terribly long since you were here last, and Carl comes out from his bedroom and says, "Yeah. Oh, you're back. Did you find Chip and Reg?"
That's the thing. We didn't exactly find them. We actually found this
bother
creature, and got into a bit of an altercation with it.
Creature.
It's still alive and it's not hostile anymore, but it's very strange. It seems. Well, Quinn would probably be best to explain what it seems.
I'm going to cast an illusion of the creature. Just happens to be, fitting within the space that we've got here, within 5 feet.
The smaller version, Quinn.
Right.
Oh, God. What is that? It's terrifying.
We're not really sure. It can get bigger, but it shrinks. It can get larger. It can get big and get small and get big and small. But we think, based on once we kind of calmed it down and it stopped attacking, that it might be a cursed individual. And
cursed by the beast.
Well, that's what we wanted to confirm. That's not the beast then that you've been referencing.
I don't know. I've never seen the beast. I don't know if any alive has.
So recalling the image in the locket, I spin an illusion of that. Do you recognize this person at all?
I'm going to see if he recognizes. Well, she's a looker, that's for sure. But I couldn't say. It looks a bit old-fashioned. You might want to ask one of the old-timers.
Who would you recommend that we could talk to? Because this locket was something that was found with that creature, and it found it very valuable. It's showing some signs of intelligence, Carl. Very minimal. It's not able to communicate clearly, but it is showing intelligence, and as if it's been turned into this and was not originally this creature.
Well, you might check with Dell or Elza and Hassa, any of them, if it's... They're the oldest in the village. They might know.
Okay, and no one's come back other than us. No one else made their way back to town because we haven't found anyone else alive as of right now.
No one has come.
At least in the direction we went.
If they did, they didn't make an announcement of it.
Can I see if I can detect any deception?
Yeah, go ahead and roll an insight check.
All right, I'm going to guide myself on that as well. Dope. I don't think guidance is going to matter.
I mean, he seems like on edge and kind of panicky and like afraid of this. Yeah, ever since you showed that image, but what that means.
All right, should we see if we can find Dell?
Which house is Dell's, or do you know where Dell is right now?
Dell, he's the southwesterly most house. Elza and Hassa live just above him, to the north.
Okay, we'll go. I hope you don't think they'll mind us waking them at this time. I know it's still quite early morning.
Well, I have it on authority that Elza and Hasa you are pretty early risers and like to play cards in the morning before they set about their chores. Dell is a cranky guy, but he's lived a long life, and I reckon he has a right to that.
Well, we'll speak with Els and Haas first, and then go talk to Dell.
Certainly.
We're sorry we couldn't find anyone else at this time, but we are still working to figure this out. So
I did want to say, I know you brought Pippa. She's been awfully fitful,
yeah.
tossing and turning, and her wounds are. I think they're infected.
Has she said anything?
No, she hasn't woke.
Are the wounds black by chance? Is there
Yes.
a black secretion?
Yes, it's like a bile or something.
Do you happen to have anything that would be able to treat her for poison? Because it's most likely poisonous.
I'm no healer. I'm but a farmer. I feel out of my depth here.
That's okay. We'll do some more.
Just been putting a cold compress to her brow and hoping for the best. Do you have suggestions, or you seem awfully magical?
One of our
Your friend has made fire.
Well, one of our other companions might be able to better help, but unfortunately, they're still surveying the area where that creature was. But we'll do our best to get some more answers and then bring them back here to see if they can treat her.
Please.
Just do your best to take care of her. And let us know if anything changes. We'll be at the other houses.
Okay.
Thank you, Carl.
She'll speak to you. Back in the cavern.
Mm-hmm.
Harlow and Catriona, what are you up to?
Braiding each other's hair. No.
The heavy braids of cat's hair.
I have a rock
He's
chisel.
using a crowbar to make the turns.
Instead of a comb. Yes, I think there's some sort of weird curse happening here. But I also am very intrigued why Ewing would have left their coat
here and then ended up down.
Yeah,
there.
that does the like black ooze that is coming off of this creature. Can we sort of look at this a little more?
Sure.
What do we do?
So
like a healer's kit. I don't know what else I did.
Yes, I guess what are you trying to discern here? What are you looking for? What are you doing to it?
What it might be from,
Okay.
like a type of magic, or like, does it like look like kind of that void thing, or like something we might have seen before?
Okay. Yeah, sure. Roll some more medicine checks.
Oh, good.
And I imagine Harlow be guiding.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
How did I know that?
Oh boy.
Okay.
I'm crushing guys.
Harlow, as you examine, I mean, Catriona, it's goo. You're as someone who's not like full of fluids, they're all kind of just the same, right?
Just like looking a little bit hollow, like, is this okay? So this is not the right color, right? Okay.
I don't know.
The blind leading the blind here.
I don't. Does Harlow have blood?
Yeah, Harlow would have blood of some capacity. And so Harlow, as you examine it, like trying different things, like seeing like how does it react to putting like a rock next to it, or a bit of this or a bit of that, like as you kind of prod at it, you see that it almost has like a ferrofluid sort of response to it, that there's just like a little bit of animation to it.
Okay.
As if it's not just some inert liquid.
It's got a mind of its own.
If I put a drop of blood like next to it, and then I put like a stick on the other side of it, does it automatically go for like the blood?
Ooh, okay. So you place like drop a blood stick,
Yeah.
like okay, like
Yeah,
come
on
on,
either
come on.
side of it. Which one's the dog choosing?
Like the yes.
Okay. No, it's not like leaping out or anything like that. So it
Right.
would have like if you have it like right next to it, yeah, you see like just this little bit of like lean, almost like these like the tiniest
Yeah.
of little towards the blood. Yes.
Okay. So it gets into the wounds, comes from the
We don't
rose,
quite know what.
because it's the rosewood, right, that they burn.
That's what they've been burning to just. What is that? What cursed it? I don't know, because Quinn said it seemed like a curse of some kind, right?
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe someone in the village did something with regards to rosewood and was cursed for it. I don't know. I don't know how those things work.
I don't either. Unfortunately here. Maybe we can like get it to sort of display.
It's not a poison, so it's something else. It had some reaction, but it's not. There's something else behind it. Like it. I think whatever is infecting this is infecting it from another source point. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Or this
So
might be the
where-
source point.
Okay, maybe can we like look around its lair here and see if we can find any evidence of this like black goop around the cavern?
Or if there's any more of that rosewood in the cavern.
Yeah, I mean, there's still bits of rosewood from its nest, and you're
Okay.
seeing like small trace amounts of this black like substance. But where you're finding it is like smeared across like a bit of stone. Nothing that seems like fresh like this and
Okay.
animate. And we'll come back to you two in a moment. Back in Thorn Hollow, Scott is back with us. So Ruby or Nosh and Quinn, I remember your characters' names. You've left Carl. Where are you heading?
Gonna head over to the first house, where what are their names? Shoot, the couple that wakes up early.
Oh, Elza and Hassa.
Yeah, Elza. That's what I was trying to remember. Elza and Hassa. I'm headed over here, and I'm talking to Quinn as I walk over. I just don't know what's going on here because it's obvious that this is not normal, and there's something else behind it. But I really worry because we dealt with that hag last time, and that did not go well. And I don't want another episode of creepy.
Don't remind me. I'm pretty sure I still owe the hag something. So
I do too. I
day.
don't even just, it just. And Kat almost died. Like it was just,
Yeah. Time number 3.
uh-huh. Just terrible.
Pish up.
I swear I can hear Kat's head, voice in my head right now. So yeah, let's just
keep
see.
asking around, see what we can find out.
Yep. And I'm gonna knock on the door.
Opening and closing.
Door sounds keep making me jump. Like I keep forgetting they happen.
You see an old, gray-muzzled, hunched over woman wrapped in a blanket. She's got like kind of sort of sleep seated at the corners of her eyes. What in the blazes? What? Hello?
Apologies,
oh my.
ma'am.
Oh, I saw you before.
Yes, ma'am. We have some questions because there's been some incidents. Someone's injured and a few people are missing, and we're trying to get to the bottom of it. Could you?
The woodcutters, yes. Chip, Reg. They said Pippa was hurt.
Yes, Pippa is injured and not doing too well. We're trying to get to the bottom of all this. Could you take a look at a couple of things for us and let us know if you know
Yeah.
anything?
Yes,
I'm gonna let-
I'm sorry. I might just go put on a pot of coffee if you don't mind.
Of course, please. Yes, whatever
Yeah, come on in.
makes you comfortable. Okay.
So what's happening? You hear a voice from the back. Nothing, sweetheart. Just we've got some people that are asking some questions. People, the woodcutters and such. So the questions. You wanted to show me something?
Yes.
I'm going to start with the locket, the image from the locket. Do you recognize this person at all?
Well, of course I do. I've went to bed and woke up every day for the last 40 years next to her. That's my wife, Elsa. Elsa, why does this man have a locket of you? And you see this second older mouse lady comes striding in. What?
So let
my.
me provide some clarification. This locket was found.
How did you?
It was found out in the woods with this creature. We believe it's possibly a cursed being. We're not sure if they were previously from your village or where they could be, but we've identified that they value that locket that Quinn is sharing with you, and we've come to see if you could tell us who that is and then where or who last had this locket, because we're trying to get some more information to get a better understanding of what could have happened.
Believe it or not, I was once young and in love. Now I'm old and in love, but before Hassa and my relationship bloomed, I was betrothed to sweet Ephraim.
Ephraim, that's the name.
Yes, he was a gentle man and a good man, but he left, and without a word. I always hoped that he had just got cold feet and decided to set up a life elsewhere. But you found this in the woods?
Completely understandable. Would never want to think bad of anyone. So Quinn, could you show them the little?
Yeah, this may be a little upsetting, but we found this locket. We found this locket with a creature out in the woods, and we think maybe this creature used to be a Nimasi. And then I conjure up a small version of the creature, maybe about the size of a football.
Oh, I don't want to see that. That's terrible. What you saw this creature?
Yes, we
And it had my Ephraim's locket.
Yes,
That's
we
right.
we ended up fighting it, but then calming it down because it seemed to have some form of intelligence, and the locket seemed to be a key to that. And I asked Carl, who helped us by bringing us here and giving us a place to stay initially.
Oh, sweet boy, but not the
Yes.
brightest.
And he's watching over Pippa, who's not doing too well. And he recommended speaking to you guys and Dell, who's a bit older as well, that has knowledge of the village. So you guys were the first we came to ask about this.
Carl's the only one. I better go assist him. That boy doesn't know his whisker from his elbow. And Hassa heads out and over towards Carl's.
Well, that's probably going to be helpful a little bit. What can you tell us about Ephraim? I know Hassa said that was her betrothed, but
no, that was my.
Oh, you're betrothed. Sorry.
And Hassa knows all about him. It was no secret. It was a lifetime ago, some 60 years.
Wow, 60 years. That's definitely a lifetime ago. And nothing was ever heard of from him again. No sign,
No,
no
and
words, letters.
it's not the first or last time that someone has left Thorn Hollow and seeking something beyond the mundanity of our village life. It's quiet here, but it is not for all. And I just hoped that he had a dream in his heart that brought him to brighter shores and pastures.
Is that, do you know for sure that that's what happened, that he had set out? Or did he just disappear one day?
It's the latter. He just one day didn't come home, and the next day and the next, and
did the families look for him? Sorry. Go ahead.
Now Ephraim had no family here, none by blood, leastways. But folks looked, checked the area. I never know. You want to be certain that someone didn't fall down and break their ankle or run afoul of something out in the woods. But no, nobody ever saw a sign. So
this
we assumed, and I moved on.
This beast that has been
of
lore around this area is, when did it first appear?
Oh, I don't know that it's ever appeared in truth. The beast is something that, well, it gives us something to talk about. The children and their games, the songs that they say. I think it is a little more than legend, but it's something that I remember my mother telling me about when I was a young girl, and something that her mother told her, and generations and generations back.
And all the while, you have these rose bush burning ceremonies?
Yeah, we construct the effigies, and it's nice. It doesn't always work, mind you. Sometimes the harvest is better or worse than other years, but I think it just makes us feel like we have a sense of control.
Have other people gone missing, similar to how Ephraim went missing?
Missing, apart from young Chip and Reg, there's nothing that I can recall. There are folks that have left and made, no shortage of pomp and circumstance about going off to the big city and starting a better life, but disappearance, no.
So strange.
Not to my knowledge. I can't say that I know everything that happens in this village. I like to think that I know a lot, but
no, and you've been very helpful. We're just really trying to figure out what could have done this, and why this has happened, and why that Peppa and the others got attacked as they have, and injured in such a way. So, thank you. We'll let you guys know. Is there anything else you can think of?
No, I mean, those Midge's boys and Crumb's girls, they make too much of a racket, if you ask me, and I don't care for how they like to play their games so close to the gardens. And so if you see them, could you tell them not to, and to keep it down, please?
Yes, we will be happy to do so.
Thank you. It's something that I keep telling us that we need to say something, but
Of course. Well, hopefully we'll see you again and have better news on this whole situation.
Please. I think I'm going to go rouse the others. It's about time we started getting ready for the day anyway. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Have a
These
good day.
lazabouts just sleeping all day. Meanwhile, there are crops to tend.
Lovely.
Yeah, and she has left.
Vanished.
Is banging on other doors. Back
Oh.
in the cave. Harlow, Catriona. ¿Qué pasa? What was the last thing that you said that you were...
We were looking for evidence of this ooze anywhere.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and seeing primarily just, concentrated in old kind of like, dry patches within this nesting space.
And was there any other rosewood in the nesting space?
Oh, yes. I mean, like, it was
Yeah.
made of rosewood scraps that large, at least in part, set ablaze by Quinn's chromatic orb.
Did we remember they were harvesting rosewood when they got attacked?
That was what Pippa had said. Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe it's just like. Do you think Quinn would know if there's some sort of like
Association
spirit
with
in
rosewood?
like the rose or something that like they're destroying it and it's acting out because of that?
I think that's where I was thinking, something happened.
Because they keep harvesting it, and like we had to go pretty far in the forest to find like even a little bit.
Well,
So
that might just
they've
be
done a lot of damage.
that might
too.
just be because this is collecting all the.
Sure.
Oh, Raw's here? Oh no, sorry.
What?
Sure. And as you're like kind of puttering around with the rosewood, the creature has come over and joined you and is like picking up little bits of it and just like kind of making a little bundle in its claws. And they're clumsy and awkward, but it seems important to it.
Okay. Full on like kindergartner, first grade, like pre-K, playing with this creature now.
Okay.
I want to like start sort of using the rosewood and seeing what it responds to and starts like
those psychology videos with
yes
kids in
like,
a room and you pull out a toy and you act scared of the toy and does the baby react?
not like scared, but like
but you know what
can I like yes, but can I like if I like start building a little thing with the rosewood, does it like is it like protective of it if I
what do you build?
Is it resource guarding?
That's right, like is it I don't okay, I mean the first thing that we've seen with it was the effigy, so I guess can I build a little effigy out of it and see what it does?
Describe what this looks like.
Eggnog.
No. That's your obsession. I know Catriona's pretty familiar with statues. It would look sort of like something you would find like at the welcoming at like a gate of a city. Like like open arms, not threatening, like palms up sort of.
And starts kind of almost prancing around your little effigy, reaches down and grabs a little sprig of rosewood and comes over to you, Catriona, and attempts to place it in your hair.
I'll allow it to.
Okay. I don't know, like how. I mean, your hair is thicker and stiffer, I imagine,
like,
than most. But
she's got it like braided back, so there would be a spot to sort of you could.
And just kind of clumsily pushes that in, and is like kind of like pawing at your hands.
Can I return the gesture and put rosewood on it, like a little sprig, sort of the same?
Yeah, it doesn't have any like hair or fur in which to.
I'll like tuck it into the locket chain.
Okay. And just seems animated by this. Hush, hush.
Catriona looks like if you were to hand a baby to someone who's never seen a child before, and she's just like, I don't know what to do. Is it singing? Is it like?
Sounds like it's singing.
Catriona, it does sound like it's singing.
Can I try to like hum along with it?
Yeah, you can,
Harmonize?
and it seems like happy at this.
I'm
Harlow?
making progress. I don't know to what, but I'm making progress.
Suddenly, Harlow, there's a little prickle at like the back of your neck, and something crashes through your ears. Noise, a voice, and not one you know. And the voice says, surfaced at last. Your treachery is boundless, Silverjaw. No further subterfuge. I will find you, and I will kill you for once and for all.
Is this like
Is
a
that the
cross
Herald?
campaign?
Is the Herald back?
Yeah, seriously, that just really freaks me out a
I
bit.
told you you're going to hear voices that are similar. 'cause I
It's
can
the
only do
multiverse,
certain
and he's
things.
here.
Too much flashback.
I'm having
associated.
PTSD. Okay, I could
Sorry,
not
PTSD.
concentrate.
Oh god, the Herald's here.
Can you repeat that for me, Nick? Because I got too scared that the Herald was going to pop
Kill
out
us
and
all.
kill all my friends.
Valid fear.
Yeah, so I sent it in the chat there.
Okay.
Silver John. Okay.
Silver John, no further substitution.
And only Harlow heard this.
Only Harlow hears this.
What the fuck?
This is what you get for creating a character with no memory.
Now, was this like a memory or like a message? Like like a sentence?
It feels like it was something transported into your head. I don't know if you've
Not
ever
like
had a
someone
message
whispering
sent to
in
you.
my ear.
No. If Harlow knew the sending spell, it would be very reminiscent of that.
With sending, you can reply, right?
New phone, who dis?
Harlow says out loud, "New phone, who did?" I love it.
Is that all you say?
I say, "What up, dog?" No. What up? It's Harlow.
It's me, your boy.
It's me, your boy, Harwoe. Oh shit!
Uh-huh.
All right, we can come back to this so you have a chance to think about what, if anything, you want to say.
Good.
Back in Thorn Hollow, what are y'all up to?
We're headed to the last house, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're gonna head down to talk to what's his name?
Dell.
Del.
And
Grouchy
as
Del.
you're approaching, you see Elza's leaving as this older man is heading out. I was getting ready for the day anyway, coming in here telling me my business like she knows. Freaking Elza got what do you want?
Hi, Del. We were wondering if you could tell us a bit about Ephraim.
Well, that's a name I ain't heard in some time. Ephraim.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what about him? Went off and joined the circus, I heard.
No, we think he might have gotten into some trouble. We found the locket. Quinn? Nosh nudges Quinn to show off the locket.
As your dancing monkey, I conjure up a picture of the
Quinn's just a
locket.
projector now.
Yeah. With all the love, Quinn. Thank you very much.
Well, I don't know. I don't really know what it is you're showing me, but okay. You found a locket, and how that somehow means something happened to Ephraim.
Well, Elsa said this was what he had of her from when they were betrothed.
Can you walk and talk? Cause I gotta go tend to my plants.
Yep.
So, what can you tell us about the beast?
The beast? Oh, I seen it once. Believe you me,
Well,
yes I did.
what did it look like?
Oh, it looked like nightmares come alive. It was back in the day. I was, believe it or not, I spent some time as a rose cutter for a little while, and that was when we didn't have to venture so far as these young ones do now. Some just doesn't seem to grow the way it used to. Come to think of it, maybe never did. I don't really know. This reminds me of my nephew. Well, which one was that again? Was there? Yeah. What were we talking about?
The beast?
Oh no.
Where did you
Oh,
see
the beast. Yeah, it was just stuff. Oh, I saw it in the wood. Yeah, I was cutting the rosewood as was my station at that time, and I saw it coming. It was made of shadows and swords by the look of it, and it had eyes like like fire, and it went. I could still hear it to this day, and I got so scared I dropped my bundle and I turned tail and I ran all the way back to Thorn Hollow. And now, mind you, I was drinking an awful lot on the job those days. I had to get through the humdrum of it all. But anyway, so that nephew that I was thinking about just a minute ago, Nigel, that's his name. That's my sister's boy. And
Yeah.
Nigel, I keep telling her, well, I did, bless her, and she's no longer with us. I said to her, I said, that boy of yours, Nigel, he doesn't seem to have much of an ambition in him. What do you think he's going to do with his life? And she said, well, I don't know, Dad. I think that he might not be cut out for the farm life. And I said, you're telling me he's not cut out for the farm life? Boy can barely tell the difference between rhubarb and rubella. But what is it that we were talking about again?
We were talking about the beast.
No, the beast, the stuff in nightmares, and yeah, I never saw it again, but that was the last time that I ever ventured out into the wood. Definitely last time after dark. Wouldn't do that. But you never can know what to believe, because I mean, you believe me because I'm telling you the Zeal's honest truth. But that young Egypt, what was his name? Crumpet. I don't know. I can never keep them straight. They come and go. But he said that the beast he saw, and it was as tall as 2 trees, and was made of silver light, and spoke to him in a dream. And I don't know nothing about that. As the beast I saw was there and with shadows and fire. So, I mean, who are you going to believe? Someone who's seen not 1, not 2, but 10 nieces and nephews amount to nothing? Or are you going to believe some youngster who doesn't know his whisker from his elbow?
Right. 100% right, Dale.
So if you see Nigel, you tell him that I gotta bend his ear a little bit. I got some words of wisdom to impart. I see you just standing there. You're not gonna help.
We actually have to go head back out. We just wanted to ask you a couple quick questions because there's a few people still missing, and Peppa's been injured.
If you're heading out, could you bring me a couple of bottles of milk? My supplies have run low, and it's hard to find good help these days. These youngsters just don't seem to want to work. Nobody wants to work.
We will make a note of that and see if that can happen. Right now, we're just trying to find the missing people and figure out what's going on with.
A bunch of lazy bouts off gallivanting in the wood. I'm sure they'll show up in no time with some cockamamie story about the beast, as everyone always does, reeking of who knows what funky herb that they happen to find out there, or yeah, I'm sure they did. It's a blight on this community, I tell you what.
Well, we appreciate you taking the time to tell us this morning while you've been.
Now, I never
off
caught
your
your
garden.
name. What did you say it was?
I didn't get a chance, sir. It's Nosh.
Nosh. That's a strong name, not like Nigel. Nigel's a weak name, and I told my sister, you gotta give your son a strong name like Dell. You could have named him after me, but no, you chose Nigel. And he just keeps going on and on about his nephews.
And Nosh is just going to kind of look at Quinn and go,
Yep.
to go.
Exit stage left. Yep.
So we're going to go up
Excellent,
here.
pursued by bear.
Now we know who to have Eggnog talk to.
Yeah, I think that would be a great friendship they could form.
Lock
Okay,
them
so
in
that
a room
didn't.
and the universe will implode.
No, just nobody else would want to be in there with them for sure. Well, that didn't help too much, did it, Quinn?
Not terribly. Do we want to try to find Nigel?
Isn't he one of the ones that's missing?
Oh, I don't remember. Is he one of the ones that's missing?
Is Pep,
The names were Chip and Reg.
Yeah.
Chip and Reg, and Pep is the one that's injured, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, why don't we see if we can find Nigel?
All right, then let's go back to the cave. Cave, this message is still ringing in your ears. What are you doing, Harwo?
Hello?
That's your whole message?
Yeah. Hello? What?
Hello, what? And Harlow, you call out your question. There's no response.
Harlow, who are you talking to?
Do you ever have that thing happen where it's like someone's talking in your head? Because I don't. I definitely don't have.
I mean, we did use. Well, you can magically do that.
Oh, like my horn thing?
Or like how Quinn let me check back in with the Demarchy. Was someone talking to you?
Maybe.
Was it that I pointed the beast?
I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna look at him and I'm gonna go, Silver John.
Haja.
Silver John?
Haja.
Is this like a positive response or like?
It's just a response. It's basically the only thing that it's uttered.
The fucking Pokemon at this point.
I am brooding right now.
You've left us to try and figure out a Pokemon.
Does the name Silver John mean anything, Kat?
I don't. Would it?
To Kat, almost certainly not.
Would it be like maybe it was one of the names on one of the gravestones in her graveyard? Or...
It absolutely would not be.
Okay, then no. No. Does it mean something to you?
Does it mean something to me? No, I don't think so. Unless it does it?
It doesn't.
No? Okay.
Nothing has ever meant anything to you until you ascribe it to it.
I don't even.
Or someone tells you something.
I don't even know what to do with that information, Harlow.
I don't- Someone told me that they were going to kill me inside my head, so that was odd.
Boy, do you know how to bury a lead. What?
I don't know if it has anything to do with this or if that's just like, you know, like, so I had that
Cat's
guy.
like pacing around the place now. Okay.
So I don't know what's odd and what's not because I didn't think I thought it felt odd when the guy set himself on fire in front of me, right?
That was odd.
But everyone's reaction to it was even made me realize that it was way more not normal. And your reaction right now.
Well, so there's odd in the sort of like strange, peculiar sense. And then there seems to be an odd with you in the like life-threatening sense. And
the time oh no, never mind, go on.
No, please continue. The time that you
I saw you in a room with a bunch of effigians and they were bleeding.
So that's pretty odd. Yes. I don't think we can do that. So
yeah, but you're afraid of it.
Well, how do you know that?
Is that odd to know that?
I don't think I've told you that before. Okay, so many where do I start? Okay. Yes, we'll start with the life-threatening part because that's the most important, maybe. So, yes, odd things that, like, if someone says they're going to kill you or it blows themselves up in front of you, those are
I'm
like
picking up on that.
Like a peak tier.
It doesn't feel right.
No, it probably shouldn't. I mean, after a while, you get used to people saying they're going to kill you, but because most of the time they can't.
I don't know because that seems to be happening with us a lot lately.
Well,
as a group, as a whole.
Wish I could say that's abnormal, but I don't know. Lots of things have tried to kill me many times. So
no, but like you look at like these mouse folk in this like village, and it's like, yeah, there's this beast, right? But they seem to have not as horrid of a life.
Not as horrid? Is that what you said?
Of a life as we're leading so far in the last week?
Oh, I mean, people threatening to kill you is not necessarily like, most of the time it's fine.
Or almost dying every day? Because you kind of do that a lot.
Look, we just have to not go underground. It's fine. I say
we're underground right
now.
I know.
She's developing a new fear.
Asha.
No. Okay. Point being, if there's an odd that is in the life-threatening category, that's like an immediate notice. You should tell me quickly.
Everyone.
Okay. The other tier of odd, where like someone is talking to you in your head, or you see me surrounded by bleeding effigians, still questioning that one. That's also, you should probably tell people, but like it doesn't need to be quite as immediate. You can wait till we're like, sitting down for the night or something, or until we have like a little break, right? Okay, is there anything else that has happened that falls in these two categories that you need to tell me about?
I don't think so.
It's okay to keep things to yourself.
It was just odd because I was wondering if it was associated with what's going on, or
Well, maybe. Do you think the voice is associated with this, or do you? It just sort of coincidence, timing wise.
I don't know.
That's
It
fair.
doesn't-
No. Silverjaw. That's not a name that I recognize. What? Okay, we'll have to look into that, I guess. I mean, I don't. It doesn't seem to be his name, so.
No. I was wondering if maybe we should try and find when they get back, try and go find where all the rosewood is.
Yeah, it is kind of missing for such an important thing for this area.
Yeah,
There's not a whole lot of it.
I don't know.
Can I start any the rosewood that is in here at least? Can I sort of can I start braiding some of it into like a flower crown or something to wear?
Yeah.
Can I start
absolutely.
making as many as I can possibly
Friendship
for?
crowns?
Well, I'm just
Friendship
thinking if
crowns.
it's some sort of protection, then it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Or maybe it's the source of the curse.
Well, either way.
All right. Yeah, you're absolutely welcome to do that as your little buddy just kind of watches on and is not able to be particularly helpful, but seems intrigued by what you're doing. Back at Thorn Hollow, Quinn and Nosh, so far you've talked to some elders of the village. What are you doing now?
I think we're going to hunt around and see if we can find Nigel. So,
Okay.
We're coming for you, Nigel.
Yeah. We'll ask around if we bump into anybody out of their house. We're going to ask if they've seen him, where he lives.
As you're just looking around, you see Elza has moved up to the garden to the north of Carl's house. You see Nugget Toast's brother, who talked to you last night and set you up with your accommodations, comes out of this building and says, "Oh, hi there,
Nugget. Hey, just
Yep.
mouse so I wanted to see. You know where Nigel is?
Oh, well, yeah.
Okay, where?
Well, I don't know if this is exactly public knowledge, but I do believe that he and Midge have been shacking up, so to say.
Okay, I don't care if
and
he's shacking up with anybody. Where is that?
That's her house over yonder, and points over to this house.
Great. Quinn, north, onward. Nigel, Midge. I don't know who Midge is, but she's there. Let's go. And Nosh just starts stalking over to the house that he pointed at,
Okay.
and is just gonna. Hello.
Hello.
Is Nigel here?
Who's asking?
A guy named Nosh. It's Nigel though.
And you see a little peephole cover is moved, and they're looking through the door. And a second later, it opens, and you see a middle-aged mouse woman. She says, "What do you need Nige for?"
I got to talk to him because there's a few people missing. Someone's been injured. We found some old history, and we think we found a beast, but we need clarification on what the beast is. And we've been informed by Dell that Nigel has seen the beast once before.
Don't get him started. He's never going to shut up about it.
Okay, that's great. I need all information possible. You can send him out here though. And we'll talk over there, and I point to the edge of the garden so she doesn't get annoyed.
Fine. Okay, Nige, there's a fox named Nosh here who wants to talk to you about that time that you saw the beast. Oh, the beast, you say? And you see this, middle-aged mouse man comes bounding out. Well, let's talk cheddar here. Let's talk about the beast. So, what do you want to know? Should I just start from the beginning, regale you with my tale?
No, because we need to get very precise facts. See, we've
Okay.
seen a creature that we think is the beast, but from what your Uncle Dell described, it doesn't sound like the creature we saw. So describe the creature you saw as the beast and then tell me where you saw that.
Oh man, it was in the woods, and it was easily the size of like 40, 50 feet, like two trees, side by side. It was just massive, and I don't know. It was like kind of like wriggly and writhy, like a big snake almost, but it had like a few dozen arms and legs, like a centipede, and it spoke to me in this voice. But that was the first time that I saw the beast.
Okay, wait, hold on. Pause. What
Yeah.
exactly did it say to you in a weird
I couldn't make it out. It was weird.
It's okay.
But the
Just
second
try and,
time I saw it in a dream, and it looked totally different.
a dream.
And it said, I can't remember what it said, but it was really unsettling. It was just like I was sitting at this really long table,
Mm-hmm.
and there was like food everywhere. It was delicious, like a bountiful harvest. And it was just me, and I was eating, and like suddenly, like the food started to turn like gross in my mouth,
Mm-hmm.
and
Like
then
rotten food.
like rotten, and then this I don't know, this it was like a creature of light appeared and just staring at me, and it. I wish I could remember what it said, but it just when I woke up, I remember I was feeling terrible, and I knew that was the beast.
Huh. Okay. And do you recall how far into the woods you were when you saw the beast for the first time?
Oh, well, can I confess something to you?
Of course.
I may have imbibed in just a little bit of gray root, but it was not a crime, okay? At least not anymore. And so.
Okay. I don't care
couldn't
if
tell you
you
exactly.
took something. I couldn't tell you. I don't care. What is gray root though? Because I know a variety of
A
different
fun
roots.
time if you ask me.
That's great. That didn't clarify it at all. Gray root is what type of root, and where do you find gray root?
I mean, you have to kind of usually know a guy. Maybe you grow some yourself.
That kind of gray root. And Nasty just looks at Quinn and is like, seriously, they're all high. They're all a bunch of idiotic high. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I might have some like really old, like lying around somewhere. I could probably go get you some if you.
No.
I'd smoke you up. It's fine.
Nope, you're good. You're good. Quinn, your turn. And Nosh kind of just like turns and like kind of like just like throws their hands up in the air. Like, I just they're all high. Just kind of stumbles over to Ra and is like shaking Ra. Like, why is this happening?
I illusion up an image of the creature, presumably Ephraim. Does this look familiar? Is this the beast that you saw?
Oh, like the beast that you,
Yeah,
like the one you fought. What is that? Like the afterbirth or something? Ugh.
So you've never seen anything that looked like this before?
No. Oh God, I would have put it out of its misery. Ugh. That ain't the beast. Nah. Not a chance. Anyways, so we in on the gray root or not? Because now you got me thinking about it, and nope. All right. Well, I'll be around.
We're good. All right. Thanks for your help.
Yep. And
I
there's
don't
a
know,
little bit of
Nosh.
smoke that starts pouring out of a window.
If I had the time, this is not the time or the place. Just don't think about it, Nosh.
Both of you roll a perception check.
I'll guide myself.
I just rolled.
Guide myself.
$22.
You both hear singing. and it sounds like multiple voices. And it doesn't take you long to track it. In the off the map here, but back toward in like the direction of the farmlands, which is on the way to the woods. You see that like site of the effigy burning, and you see that there's a group of young children that are. Looks like maybe playing a game or something, or just singing a song, but they're like hand in hand, just kind of dancing in a circle, singing a song.
I approach the kids and say, "That's a catchy tune. What are you singing?"
It's the effigy song. You don't know the effigy song?
I don't know the effigy song. Can you sing it for us?
Yeah, we can teach you, but you gotta hold hands.
All right. I happily hold the hands of little children, not in at all a creepy way.
And they start like jumping around in a circle as they go, and the song goes, "Husha, husha, seed in the ground. The wind can't find it, the roots won't bound. Ashes, ashes, laid so deep. We burn the beast and none shall weep." And it's just that on repeat. And when they burn the beast, when I say that, they kind of like throw their arms up and then fall down. So I will pop that in the chat for y'all.
What was the first line again? About a seed in the ground?
Yep, it was this.
It disappeared. Oh no, it's there in the chat for me.
It's Nigel talking to you.
This is weird.
No, you're weird.
So
I'm not talking to the kids. I'm talking to Raw. Get away, children. Back,
You came to us. You asked to learn the song, or at least he
Quinn,
did. He's
Quinn,
nice, and you're
Quinn
weird,
asked to
and you
learn the
smell
song.
bad.
Thanks.
You
So
need a
we're-
bath.
we're near where
doubt.
the effigy is burned.
Yeah.
And I'm going to cast Detect Magic. It'll take me 10 minutes to do it.
Okay. The kids have lost interest in you and have run away. You cast Detect Magic. There is no magic that is pinging.
I don't sense anything in the area under the ground, perhaps, or anywhere.
No, sir.
All right, so that runs for 10 minutes, right?
I don't
I'm going to just walk around the area, walk around in that farm field, see if anything pings.
Yeah, and you spend 10 minutes walking, I imagine, trying to cover as much distance as possible, and there are no pings.
Quinn, I think we should head back.
Yeah, let's bring what limited we learned back. We may have the creature's name, however, so that's pretty important.
Yeah. And who? I'm pretty sure we'll
Who's in
be
the
able to
locket,
maybe.
right?
Yeah. We'll be able to get something more out of the creature, hopefully. Let's go ahead and head on back.
All right.
Back at the cave, as you all are on your way, Harlow and Catriona and Friend.
Is friend.
His friend, seemingly.
Yeah, giving them bracelets and shit.
Yeah, everybody's got their.
I
You got
made
a
flower
stack of crowns.
crowns out of the rosewood.
Okay. Has Cat ever made a flower crown?
Yes.
Okay. They're pretty solid.
All the rosewood in here, is it deadwood or greenwood?
This is deadwood.
We've only seen dead rosewood, correct?
Mm-hmm.
There's no.
Yeah.
So it's like
no
old.
petals, no blooms or anything.
So it's like you scrape it and it's like old, like it's been dead for months, not.
Oh yeah.
green. Okay.
If not longer, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I think I'm getting a little bit bored with the flower crowns. Is there like, I might have just missed this earlier. Is there a source for the like light effect that is happening?
You see that there are like all sorts of these toadstools, mushrooms around the cavern, and it seems like it's some sort of glowing effect of their like spores. But you've been in here now for an hour at least, and it doesn't seem to have any ill effect on you all.
I don't think he's gonna run away. Should we go? Like,
We
look
could go out
around?
at the entrance. Maybe and toddle around. They should be
Yeah.
back. Unless they died.
Well, that would
That's
be
always a possibility.
unfortunate. Yeah. Can we sort of?
We can go
Coax.
sit at the entrance.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, if you want to do that, you certainly can. Anything specific you want to do to pass the time, or are you guys just hanging out?
Patty cake.
Patty cake. Love it.
Just questions like normal.
Okay.
And
Learning more about the world.
Kat's
Yeah.
doing her like she's suspicious of this place. She's looking around, making sure nothing sneaks up on them. Also looking for more like thorns, if there's any evidence of thorns around here.
Yeah, you're not finding loose thorns. I mean, and you saw when you tried to remove one that it was, it very seemed very painful and afraid. But you're able to scour the area and with confidence say that there are none to be found. And then
Right.
before too long, yep, we see you see Quinn and Nosh approaching. Nosh and Quinn, you see that Catriona and Harlow are outside of the cave.
Think fast, and I like frisbee a flower crown over to Quinn.
I grab it and happily admire the handiwork, because that's actually something that's quite common in Teora. We wear flowers and crowns all the time, and I'm actually quite impressed. Wow, this is nice. Did you make this?
I did, yes.
Wow. I hope you don't mind. I'm going to wear it.
That was the idea, hopefully.
I don it immediately.
And I toss one to Quinn as well. Yeah, it turns out there's a lot of downtime for centuries, so you learn to keep yourself busy.
Well,
but
good job not dying while we were away.
Good job
Hey,
not
you
dying
too.
while you went away.
Thanks.
I kept Cat safe.
Hey, so we learned some stuff.
Mm-hmm. So
the lizard guy likes to sing.
Well, there's a song we might actually see if he knows.
Yep.
But
And a name.
We have a theory. We
Okay.
found out that the woman in the locket, her name is what's her name again? Remind me.
Elsa.
Elsa.
Elsa. And we
I put
think
Elsa.
I did too.
I know.
we think this is her long lost fiance
Ooh.
or
Ephraim.
betrothed, Ephraim.
Okay.
But we're unsure. The main reason we know is Elsa herself said that was the locket that he had of her when they were betrothed like 60 years ago.
Oh, that's been a while. Okay.
Yep.
So
that's,
he's just been a monster for 60 years.
Wow.
That's a possibility.
Damn, that sucks.
So
That's
Yeah.
not fun.
it'd be interesting to see how he reacted to his name or Elsa's name.
Okay. Do you want to try it?
No, I
out
want somebody
here,
bigger than me to
or-
try it.
Oh, all right. So you want me to try that, is what you're saying.
I'll be over
Mhm.
here looking like a rock.
Okay, sure.
Cat will be over here being the rock.
Okay,
Dwayne
you said-
Drew
Johnson.
you said it was
Can you smell what Catriona's cooking?
Can we please have an effigy in who looks like Dwayne?
Whose name is Dwayne?
No, his name in
He's
the game
the
is
Boulder.
The Rock.
The boulder.
The boulder.
Yes, the boulder. The
He's
rock.
just a huge, like, just
a
ripped.
big. But he's
the
wearing
chain.
the turtleneck and the fanny
And the
pack.
chain.
Yes. Yes.
Chain.
Yes.
All right, Nick, get on it.
All right.
We're
That's
writing
okay.
this campaign for you. Nick.
reprint,
Yeah, I should
reprint the
sit
book. We gotta
back
put him in. Okay.
Yeah,
I'll
let's try.
try.
These things.
He seems more like comfortable in there. Like, I guess I'll go inside where our new friend is. Okay, what was it you said the name was?
Ephraim?
Hey Ephraim, are you here? And I'll sort
You
of
see,
call out.
like, the remnants of what look like, would be ears kind of like twitch when you say that.
Is he like a really distorted mouse shape?
Yeah, I mean, really distorted mouse shape, sure.
Think like mange.
Aren't we all, though, really?
Well,
Like mange and curse
like-
and wound
Yeah.
and weather
like
and
wounded
yeah.
and scratched and weathered and
Like
just
what
generally.
someone's like, yeah, he was a
What?
mouse once, and you're like, yeah, you know what?
Like
I
if you
can
see
squint and
that.
tilt your head, you
Yeah.
could sort of like. Does he have like
But
a
if
tail
someone
and
said
he's the right
he was
size?
a dog once, you could be like, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, like you could be convinced that he's like any sort of little
That's fair.
critter.
Ephraim, okay, you liked that. Wait, shit, they said they had a song, but Quinn's a chicken. And I'm gonna like
Elsa.
So,
oh right. No, I'm just gonna try and lead Ephraim out into the middle where everyone's standing also.
That's fine. That works.
You managed to get him to like the edge there,
And he
Um,
doesn't want to come out.
and
It's
he doesn't
okay.
seem to want
Oh,
to.
he's scared.
Well, that's fair. We did just almost kill him.
And he's almost dead.
Yep.
so
Still.
I'm going to cast an illusion of the children singing that song.
What did that sound like again?
The lyrics are right there.
That's right.
Play it back. And as you start doing that, you see at the mouth of this cave, like kind of in unison with it. Hush, 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 hush,
Oh no. Nick went full Hodor.
and yeah, it seems to very loosely like he like seems like missed some lines, but some of the
Yeah.
like the key sounds have somehow
It's like
remained.
when a toddler sings a song back to you.
Yeah. A toddler that has really like no ability to shape anything.
Toddlers.
Yeah, they can make a lot of discrete sounds.
So, okay.
So we were also given a description, however clouded it may have been by
Hi.
of what the beast might look like. I could see if it recognizes that in some way.
I'm guessing it doesn't look like Ephraim here.
Nope.
No.
Not even the two descriptions we've gotten are very different, and people are talking about their dreams as well, and so that's very. Anyways, Quinn.
Why don't I try a slideshow and let's see
Yep.
which one
He's really good
actually
at those, man.
resonates. All right, so I'm gonna create really because minor illusion won't let you actually create creatures. I'm creating pictures of the creatures that were described to us by the various townsfolks.
Yeah, and as you all can attest, none of these descriptions were particularly good.
Yeah.
So again,
so
like when toddlers draw a picture.
it's requiring a lot of creative liberty on your part. So I guess let's just roll a d20 to see one if like any of these even was close. and if your
Artistic interpretation of.
Okay, so you cycle through a few things, and then decide to kind of just do like a bit of a hodgepodge of some of these details, like glowing silver eyes, like many arms and legs, shadowy, like almost like a centipede, tall tree, like all of these things just kind of jumbled into this amalgam. And you see the when you do this creature yelps, grows back to that huge size, snarls, and bounds back into the cave. And you hear thrashing coming from within.
That wasn't a good idea.
And what did the image look like specifically that seemed to set it off?
It seems like it's just kind of your the best that you could do to combine those features of like angular limbs, lots of them, shining eyes, shadowy and long and large and lithe.
Did it seem like recognition, or was it just like straight up like, dude, that's scary as fuck?
Based on the reaction, it seemed like at least like maybe a glimmer of recognition.
Okay.
I wonder what this seed is.
Well, maybe there's two beasts.
Yeah, I don't.
Maybe
I don't
there's an
think-
actual beast out there, and is whatever that is going around and cursing.
It like
or
it turned
infecting
him.
them
Yeah.
in some way, right?
What if it's like so what does it look like? What are the different
It's
Yeah.
No, because was it like
long limbs, and he said something about centipede-ish and
Glowing
silver
eyes.
eyes.
Shadowy.
Okay.
nothing like stick related?
Yeah, I mean, you could say that they're kind of like spiny, sticky. Sure, absolutely.
Could it
Quinn,
be-
are there
Ma-
like malevolent tree creatures?
Yeah.
There are certainly myths and legends of groves gone bad and certain forces that have grown out of the forest that I think we have very similar stories. They're kind of used to scare the children into line and things like that. But yeah.
So how does one handle an angry plant?
I mean, normally we have to just kill it. We have to take it out by the root and get it out of the forest so that it doesn't spread.
Why not just set it on fire?
Well, fire, we do try to be a little cautious with fire because it can spread uncontrolled. So for us, we like to be a little more precise. We like to prune rather than, full on decimate.
Okay. But if you wanted to decimate, fire's kind of useful, or
Fire's useful, but it'll take out an area, right? Usually.
okay. Do you have any way of like finding a malevolent plant?
I've had flashes where I can sort of talk to trees. I know it sounds a little strange.
I'm
But-
going to be honest. I assumed that you could.
No, not usually. That's a very unusual talent for Teora. So
You would think it would be like a normal thing. It's
Are
really
you
like
like related?
not a normal tree. No, we have what are called oracle trees, which are somewhat in between a living sentient tree and a regular old tree. And
How
I
do
have
you
had
get one
some
of those?
Well, you just go and order one up on Amazon.
No, like,
Get it? Amazon?
is it if it's like half in between each? Does that mean like
Is it like
Teoran and a tree?
So these are the oldest trees in the forests, and there's very few of them. The oracle
Okay.
trees are really
Oh, are they
connected very
sort of-
directly to the zeal.
Is that like
okay?
where you came from then?
No, zeal, I didn't come from an oracle tree. Zeal awakened our species, and I grew from seeds from my parents.
So this sometimes talking to trees that you can do.
Yeah, it's called the Glimmer, and it's really just we have what are called zeal speakers, and zeal speakers are Teorans that can fairly regularly commune with the oracle trees. And they start out by having what is really a bit of an innate gift that comes in very sporadic visions and sometimes gives an ability to communicate with the oracle trees. I've had a little bit of that. I'm hoping that that increases as I get older. Maybe I could try just, seeing if I sense anything in the area that might be a bit of a miss.
That could be a good start. Also, as we've been sitting here, has there been like a normal amount of wildlife around us, or has there been none?
There's been none.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Do we think? I don't know.
Okay, so we follow the silence of the forest to wherever this thing lives and is contaminating people. Right? And then we just set it on fire.
That seems very straightforward.
I mean,
Not at all.
how
Where
Pat
is the
sees it.
I feel like there's steps missing.
Where is a place that wind is not and that roots can't grow?
Either water or stone, probably.
I'd say stone. I mean, where wind wouldn't be able to blow could possibly be a cavern.
I'm not going back underground.
I didn't
I'm
say
not
you had
doing
to
it.
go back. I'm just saying that it would be like a hole in the ground,
I'm
possibly.
calling it now. It's gonna be what happens. We're gonna be there, and you're all gonna be dying.
I mean, it
We
has
can't-
to
we need to
be-
help. You have to come down here. And I don't.
Well,
want to.
maybe I should have saved the giant scorpion for later, but I felt like it was important to use it then. But we'll get through this. We just have to figure out where this thing is.
Do you,
I don't know where
Quinn?
to start.
Do you want to like hang out here a little bit? You said you could bring Mosswing back.
I could. It'll take us an hour, but I will say I really don't feel like hanging out with that giant creature in there that tried to kill
It's
us.
still
Okay,
crashing.
well, he'll calm down in a little bit.
Why don't we just take a short rest right here, and you can summon Mosswing back, and we can kind of think and brainstorm some ideas on where we could find this seed.
So
I
are
was-
there any old looking trees around in the area?
As you look around, I mean, like all of these trees look pretty old. There's nothing that looks, quite as impressive as a veer willow or, the elder bloom or anything like that. But this looks to be a very old forest.
All right,
think we could-
then I wouldn't mind, taking a bit of a rest, but in the shade of one of these trees. I think if I'm
Okay.
in contact with one, there, possibly I might get a little
Okay.
ping, a little glimmer.
Just
Okay.
rest at the oldest tree around. And
Yeah,
Okay.
Quinn, as you sit under here, go ahead and roll. We'll do intelligence since that's your spell casting. Just roll an intelligence check, or Arcana, or Nature.
are we mechanically short resting?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll a hit die.
Nailed it. Quinn, I mean, you're trying to tap into, some sort of, network, tap into the glimmer here. Your zeal speaking. And it just, that sort of transportation that you felt when you had your vision at Veer Willow it's just not there. And try as you might, it's just like trying to will something to move with your mind in the real world. It's just not happening. And I think, despite the fact that that's kind of a wah-wah of an ending, now would be a good time for us to pause for the evening, as it is getting quite late.
All right.
I'm going monster hunting next time.
Very cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
See you
Thanks
later,
for
stream.
playing. We'll see. I won't be here next week. Maybe these folks will.
But
That's for them to decide. Bye.
Wyrdgard will be back in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.